This is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. Guys, yeah, this is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. I never took guys. This is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. Guys, this is Rock for I never took Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops.
Yo dudes, what's going on guys? Colin here over at Inside Cycling World dudes. I'm back. It's been a long time since I've done one of these babies here. Let me just move a couple things around here guys. I can see we've got one dude sitting here. Who is it? Wim Horn. Let me say your name right. Wim Horn Becky 9271 says waiting in the chat room, you guys. Guys, don't forget the chat is live. How we do this over here is I'm watching the race from home. I can't show you the video, dudes. Obviously, my channel would be just smashed into oblivion by YouTube copyright laws. What I can do is bring you what I'm seeing. This is all brand new to me. Dudes, love cycling, all of it. I love track. I love road racing. I guess road racing is my big thing. I'm going to move my camera over here, dudes. Kind of in a stupid spot there, aren't I? And but we got lots of cool stuff to talk about here. So yeah, love road racing. Guys, I've been watching BMX racing lately, but I've always kind of had cyclocross just bubbling in the background. We know there's been a lot of really, really good World Tour pros road come out of cyclocross. And I gotta say, guys, I'm just thinking about this here. Probably some of the best bike riders in the world are in cyclocross, and I'm going to stir it up right now. Stirring it up, boys. Boom, boom time. I would love to see some of the more really, really high-end road cyclists just to even give cyclocross a shot. I think they would be destroyed. I'm going to say it right now. These dudes are the best bike handlers in the world. You know, you'd probably have to put them up there with some of those crazy downhill descent guys. I mean, I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I think cyclocross riders having to dismount, do the bike changes, throwing the bike over the shoulder, running up and down stairs in their cycling shoes, through the mud, sand, dirt, snow, grass, you name it, they're doing it, guys. Roadies, I consider myself a roadie. I'm a baby. I just ride on pavement. That's all I do, guys. So dudes, let's get into it. I'm waiting for, so I'm in Canada. If you're watching, I'm in Canada, Alberta, Canada, guys. Don't worry, it's not super winter here yet. It's actually, we're having a little bit of a warm snap. Thank you. We had about 10, 12 centimeters minimum a couple nights ago. Actually, it would have been Friday. Yeah, Friday. And yeah, it made life, you know, kind of gross out here. But we survived, and then we had a big Chinook blow through. You're like, what is a Chinook, guys? It's a warming wind that comes off the mountains. It's actually called a Chinook wind, which basically I think translates to snow eater, First Nations word. And basically he just melts everything. So I think it was Sunday night, we had like 10 centimeters of snow on the ground. Monday morning, zilch, all gone. The winds picked up overnight. We went from probably 6-7 degrees Celsius through the day, which still, that's warm. And I think we hit 14 degrees Celsius overnight. So guys, I'm in Canada, like I said before. My name's Colin. You're watching Inside Cycling World. I've been doing this all summer. I did Tour de France. So if you're new here, and guys, if you're a CX cyclocross nutter fan, super fan, drop your knowledge in the live chat, please, dudes, because I'm not a cyclocross super fan yet. Actually, I am a big fan. I just don't know everyone. Just catching up on the names right now. I've been looking at it, wondering how I'm going to do this. And, you know, even on the women's side, I'm seeing Puck Peters there. I'm seeing Blanca Voss there. These are all women's riders I watched all throughout Tour de France. Femmes avec Zwift, the Tour of Romandy, Blanca Voss, Stage 3, Tour of Romandy. Just absolutely smashed it in that final sprint, guys. So I'm watching this on Flow Bikes. That is the provider in Canada. And apparently I'm going to be getting all of the cyclocross dudes. So let me just jump right in here. I just got to check to make sure a couple things are running good. I think we're good. Yeah, it sure looks good to me. We're going to jump in here right now, guys. Telnet Superprestige Niel maybe. Women's Elite should be going first here. Yeah, the next race here, guys, is the Women's Elite. It says it starts at 13:40. I guess that's Central European time. That's 5:40 in the morning for me here. The feed starts in 1 minute, dudes. So sit back, grab your coffee like I am. I'm on the third coffee of the day, dudes. Remember, it's 5:37 in the morning for me. Got up at 3:05, dudes. 3:05 a.m. in the morning, I was up. I was so excited. I am a morning person. You know, Colin's really, really good. Colin dominates 4 a.m. till about 9 o'clock at night. And then he's just done. And then he's done, guys. Yeah, so you are looking at the race here right now. This is over on Pro Cycling Stats. Not sure what the coverage will be like here, but we got some good info here, guys. We got Lucinda Brand here, Inge van der Heijden, Sarah Casola. I wonder if they're all here. Let's take a look at the start list. That's just showing the riders here. And again, dudes, this is going to be all new names for me. I know these Balois, Glowy Lions. That's quite the team right there, guys. Lucinda Brand is on that team here. I'm going to have a quick look through here and see which... I'll just call them World Tour. World Tour just means road, okay? We're just going to call it road. So Lucinda Brand obviously races both. And I'm sure there's others here. I'm going to learn them as I go. They're going to have different team names for the cyclocross season. And I think cyclocross is so cool. Guys, I've got other maps open right now. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff here. I wonder if we actually only have 28 starters. Now, the women's junior and men's juniors race has already happened. Let's take a look at that if we can see it right here, guys. I want to talk about that right away. And here we go, guys. So they've already been off this morning. So in the women's junior here, we have Nienke Jokums winning, 16 years old, from the Netherlands. Wins the Telnet Superprestige this morning. Wow, like, think about how cool it is. 16 years old and you're already scoring UCI points, man. UCI points coming in. Learning lots more stuff. So I think Superprestige, I think there's different leagues of cyclocross. Again, cyclocross fans, jump in, let me know. And wow, we've actually got some people here. Dudes, love it. For all my Dutch, Belgian friends, I'm going to call you Belgies, only because I saw the border. I was looking at some really cool stuff. Guys, before the race gets started here, let's look at some insanity. We're going to look at some absolute insanity here from Europe, from the Netherlands, from Belgium, guys. Okay, they're lined up at the start. Dudes, I've already kind of went and done all this stuff this morning. So what I want to show you is this. Gadoosh. Here we go, guys. So this is our race area. We're in Niels. Someone tell me how to say it. Is it a Nile or is it more like just a Niel? Like an English version. We're on the southern outskirts of Antwerp. Let me jump right in there, guys. I can see them lining up right now. This is the Women's Elite race. I love the starts to these races too, guys. So here we are. We are right down here. Let's just say southwesterly corner of Antwerp. Antwerp, one of the biggest shipping ports in Europe here. Here's Niel itself. And we're racing. Dudes, this is perfect. I love it. So, guys, I have studied the maps this morning. Basically, we end up trucking right past this transport area here. This is, I think we come through this parking lot too. We kind of zip back and forward across the road around up here, and they whip in and around. It's just fantastic that you can jam this kind of racing inside such a small area. And dude, I've seen races thousands of people will come watch these things. This is such a huge deal over in Belgium and the Netherlands. Probably northern France. It's such a huge deal. Really cool to see cyclocross growing in the US as well. Dude, so what I did want to show you here though is, so we're going to be racing in this general area. I thought I do have it pulled open on another page. Okay, dudes, let me just go back for 1 second here. We're going to jump back to this mode for now. And what I want to show you here is this. I think I have an image of it. Yeah, I do. So dudes, straight from the Superprestige Cyclocross website here, this is our course today at, we're just going to call it Niel's. Okay, this is that construction yard there. Okay, so it's a clockwise route. Looks like they start on the north end of the construction area. Do they? Yeah, sure they do. It is a clockwise route. There's some ponds up here, a little bit of park setting. So they do cross the major road. They're going to use part of this traffic circle, loop around. That's that parking lot I was trying to show you. I'm sure they're going to have some kind of crazy ramp set up. Women are set, ready to go here, guys. You say it like Neil Armstrong. Okay, dude, this is NB United 007, bro. Welcome aboard, dude. You say it like Neil Armstrong, so it's Niel's. Niel's. Women are off, guys. Small field here. This is different for me. Dudes, if you don't know my channel, I did all the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. And even there, I was learning a lot of the women's riders. Because, dudes, mostly I focused on men's racing. That's generally to watch. But there's been some fantastic racing for the women. Incredible. Yeah, dudes, they got all sorts of like sandbags piled up here. This must be, if I can figure out where they are on course here, the amount of effort they put into this. And it looks like some of the bags they have here might have came from the construction site itself. So dudes, I'm going to bounce back here quickly. We are in Pro Cycling Stats here. Onto the sand already. Riders dismounting, running the bike. I'd love to see some of the World Tour pros. Let's see Jonas do this. I'd love to see Jonas and Mr. Pogacar himself. I would love to see those dudes try to do this. Because you know what, guys, I don't think they really could. Honestly, I don't think they could. Let me just turn this up a little bit here, guys. And guys, if you're watching and you're listening and I'm butchering things, just drop some comments. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Let me know about your cyclocross knowledge. This is your way to be interactive with the race itself. I wouldn't last one lap on this. I wouldn't last a lap. Like, the bike handling skills that are needed here on these bikes, incredible. So they've started on pavement. They've had to run through the sand. They're now on a very, very fast. It looks slick. It's not wet. Looks like they haven't had rain here for a little bit. Amazing seeing fall still because we're into winter now. We don't have one leaf left on the trees here, at least on my part of Canada. I'm over on the west side in Alberta. Good thing is we haven't had any brutally cold weather yet. So this is, I'm just showing you here, Nienke Jokem's won this morning. And then it was Gilles Lejeune. Let me just see. Gilles, maybe? 17-year-old dude right here, man. Already scoring UCI World Cup points. Yeah, incredible. Love it. These people, like these riders here. And I want to get quickly into the race. Here we go, dudes. Here we go. Lucinda Brand, Aniek van Alphen. I know these are big names. We all know Lucinda Brand. And I've been watching races for the last little while. Aniek van Alphen, definitely a hitter here. This is Aniek van Alphen here. 26-year-old rider from the Netherlands. Rides for Seven Racing. Now, one thing that's thrown me off is you can look at a lot of the riders. And because I'm on the CX page here on Pro Cycling Stats, some of these riders are riding road as well. I'm not sure exactly which ones. Youngest Superprestige race winners, Amachu van der Poel, way back in 2014, dudes. He was 19 years old. 19 years old. Guys, I'm going to get the race figured out here. I'm not even sure how many laps we're running here. We're going to get that figured out right away. Dudes, what I want to do though, guys, if you're here, drop a comment, drop a message. If you like what I'm doing, please like the video. The likes is what gets my channel exposed to other people. I do things a little bit differently here. It's just me yammering on, talking about different things. Guys, this is what fascinated me this morning. And this is what we do over here at this channel. I'm going to totally leave the race now. And I want to show you something that I think is super cool, super weird, really strange. Let's take a look. So I'm looking at Niel. So guys, here's that. Okay, it's a transport area. I called it a construction area just because I saw piles of dirt and stuff. They started over here somewhere, or close to. They would have been on the sand. Maybe they went right through here because they were in a dirt section and they're racing in this general vicinity here. Shout out to Transport Jos Schreurs NV. I don't know who that is. But guys, this is where we are. Again, we're on the southern outskirts of Antwerp. Oh, super steep here. Everyone's dismounted. Some are shouldering their bikes. Some are just pushing their bikes up the hills. What's easier to push or shoulder, guys? Let me know. So, guys, I love maps, geologist by trade, kind of retired, and I saw something here that immediately caught my eye. What caught my eye right away was the names. Antwerp, what else is Brussels nearby? I think Ghent is over here somewhere. Where is Ghent? Oh, there's Bruges, and Eindhoven. But I'm looking at this, guys, center of the map here, and I saw this part of the world. I'm like, what am I even looking at here? This border between, and this is why I'm calling you guys Belgies now, Belgies and Nederlanders. Oh, rider here having trouble. Rider on the front having trouble. Kind of almost went backwards over her bike. Trying to figure out who that is right now. Lucinda Brand at the front. I think that might have been, was that Van Alphen? I think that might have been Aniek Van Alphen there. I think she struggled there. Yep, I think it was. Dudes, let me just jump back for 1 second here. Yeah, I think it was Aniek Van Alphen there. Possibly. Yeah, it was a 7 racing rider. The jersey here she's got on must be last year's jersey here on Pro Cycling. Yep, she goes up first, gets to the top of the rise, and almost kind of teeter-totters back. She actually had her bike going the wrong way, falls into the barriers. Her bike does. She stayed on her feet, and now she finds herself in 4th place. 4th place there. So let's just see if I got that right. Yeah, she's 3 seconds back. Showing her in 3rd right now with Helene Clausel from France. We've got the Dutch riders up front, Lucinda Brand and Inga van der Heijden. Man, I wish I was Dutch. Love those names. You gotta love them, guys. Dudes, anyways, so I'm back over here. Let me just close this down. I don't even know what I'm showing you. Okay, I know what I'm showing you here now. We're back over here, guys. Check out this. So this is actually quite a famous area. This is the border, obviously, between the Netherlands and Belgium. Looks pretty straightforward up down here. You know, straight line, moves around, probably crosses at roads, rivers, all that kind of fun stuff. You know, along this canal system here, probably along the road. Belgium, Netherlands. You know, Netherlands is above Belgium. And then you come up here. It's this area. I think it's called Barl Hertog. And you can find a full Wikipedia about this, guys. I have it open right now. Where is it? Right here. Barl Hertog, Barl Nassau. This is crazy here, guys. Take a look at the boundaries here. We're going to come back to that, guys. Let me just jump right back into the race here. I want to tell you what's going on a bit more. And oops. Kind of messed that up, didn't we, guys? Here we are. In our race situation right now, fastest riders in lap 1, Lucinda Brand, 5 minutes, 56 seconds flat. Inga van der Heijden right there. Helene Clausel at 6:01, Aniek Van Alphen at 6:02, and that's only because she basically went over backwards on her bikes. I can see her now in the distance here. Lucinda and Inga running, it is Lucinda and Inga running through the sand right now. Wow, so great to see the fans here. People out wearing their winter gear already. What is the temperature here at the race? I don't have temperature at the race. Ooh, and guys, let's take a look at this. Oh, I thought we'd get a map here. It says we have a map, but we don't. No maps. So we've got 2 riders up front, 3-second gap to Aniek and Helene. Further 5 seconds back, we've got a group of 7 riders, Julie Brouwers, Jinse Peters, Anna Panasova, Larissa Hartog, Amandine Fouquenet, Laura Verdonschot, and Anna Kay from the UK, guys. Let's get it, folks. Woo! So Lucinda Brand here rides for the Balois Glowy Lions. I think, man, I got to remember this right, guys. I just got to remember this right. Let's see her PCS profile here. Yeah, I was going to say, I did say in the back of my brain, I was going, yeah, she rides for Lidl Trek. I'm pretty sure she rides for Lidl Trek. So Lidl Trek through the summer, through the spring, the summer, the fall, probably takes a week or two off, and then she's back racing. So guys, she's been cyclocross racing here since October 16th, looking at the stats. What I want to do is see when her last road race was. So her last road race of the year was the CMAC Ladies Tour, which I did not do that race this year. That was way back in September? Yeah, September. Seems like a lifetime ago to me. Let's stick on here. Lucinda Brand at the front. She's pulling away right now. So to me, Lucinda Brand right now does have maybe a 1 to 2 second gap on Inga van der Heijden. And then we have Aniek van Alphen coming here. Helene Clauzel right behind her. Clauzel decked out in all black gear. Who does Clauzel ride for? Okay, it says right here, UVCA Troyes. But then over here on the right-hand side, I'm seeing Van Riesel CX Racing Team. So that's probably who she's riding for today, just decked out in black. Guys, I've already missed some really big races this year. Already missed them. And I apologize for that. I'm going to get right on top of this stuff now. I've got messages. Wow, riding through some forested section here, guys. The leaves are falling. Beautiful riding here. Man, I want a CX ride. I do want a CX ride. So guys, if you don't know, I do a lot of cycling inside. That's why it's called Inside Cycling World. I actually use a CX bike as my inside training bike. That's what I use. It's a Kona Jake the Snake from years ago. I don't know, maybe it's about, well, that bike's probably 10 years old now. I just beat the snot out of it every day. I love it. I bought it to actually ride outside. I'm like, I don't need to get a gravel bike. I found a good deal on a CX bike, and I'm like, that's good enough. That's all I need. I don't need to have a officially named bike. Yeah, but it's for gravel. Well, anything gravel can ride, a CX can probably do better, in my opinion. Way more racy. 2 riders at the front, and there is the gaps growing. It looks like Inga is just hanging on here to Lucinda. Let's take a look at Inga van der Heijden. Inga van der Heijden here. Yeah, again, 26 years old, Creeland Corridon. She's from the Netherlands. Lightweight rider. Just finished. Ooh. Look at this, guys. We missed this one. I think this was just on the weekend. Yeah. November 8th, 2025. This rider here. UEC Cyclocross European Championships right here. This took off. This was in Middelkerke over the weekend. So that would have been Saturday, I think. Yeah. So they would have had the men's race on Saturday. Women's race on Sunday. I find it really strange that they do the championships at kind of at the beginning of the season. I don't know why. Maybe that's just the way it is. It's tradition. Super strong rider here. Lucinda Brand now has a 5-second gap on her, though. We've got, looks like an 8-second gap back to Aniek van Alphen. Slow-mo action replay here of Aniek right now, shouldering her bike. And the Balois Glowy Lion Rider just pulling away here on the paved section. Now, I know a lot of these races, guys, I see bike changes, pit stops, if you want to call them. And I don't know enough about it. If you guys do, let me know in the chat here. Are they mandatory? Do they have to do a set amount? Is it kind of like Formula One or whatever race series you like to watch where you have to take a minimum number of pit stops? Do you have to stop? Do you have to change your bike? I saw a quick race. I was trying to do a catch-up yesterday, and I think it was Blanca Voss, actually. So maybe that was the Europeans race. She changed her bike on lap 1. So I was kind of thinking, well, either a mechanical, something she doesn't like about her bike, or she was trying to get one of the mandatory stops out of the way quick. I saw 2 other riders do the exact same thing. On a paved section here, this is obviously a city road. Pavement markers down the middle of the white line, down the middle here. Inga hanging on to Lucinda right now. They're probably only 30 to 40 meters apart here, taking this right-hand bend. They take a right-hand bend onto more of a walking path, it looks like. I know they go around a traffic circle at the south end of the course. They're back through all those sandbags. They look like bags of sand. They could even be, hopefully they're not bags of concrete. That's what it looks like to me. They look like those 40-pound bags of concrete you buy to mix concrete at home. Yeah, don't hit that stuff. Willie Nason's group. I've seen that name before at races. So we're probably going to see a lot of European sponsors here through the sand section. Wow, I would never be able to ride through this. Powering through. They both make it about halfway through and then shoulder their bikes. Yeah, really good here. I think Inga's pulling back on her now. I think through that section, Inga is a bit faster. Aniek off her bike sooner. She struggled quite a bit getting through the sand there, so she had to jump off her bike quite early. And then we've got Helene Clausel. She's on camera as well right now. Decked out in black. It's almost like she has no sponsorship on her kit here. It does say that she rides for Van Riesel. Yep, Van Riesel CX Racing Team. I'm going to have a look at them here. Helene, Joshua Dubois, Lucas Dubois. I did look at these last night. Small team. I think the CX teams are actually quite small. And then we got a nice schmozzle of riders coming through the sand here, guys. Love seeing the Dutch fans out. Some of them are wearing toques. You guys are like, what's a toque, Colin? A toque is a wool hat with generally, sometimes it has like a little pom-pom on top. We wear them a lot here in Canada in the winter. You wear your toque. You're like, what? A toque? T-O-Q-U-E. That's what a toque is, guys. Time lag here. We're going to just browse back through some stuff, guys. Trying to get caught up. Let's go back to some early stats today, guys, because, dudes, doing this, I'm going to learn more about this. Last winners of Telnet Superprestige, Niel, was Celine Del Carmen Alvarado. She won 3 years straight, 2022 right through 2024. Lucinda, she's not here today. Lucinda Brand won 3 years straight, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Sana Kant, big names. She's won it 3 times, it looks like, 2015, 16, and 18. And then Nikki Bramier from the UK won in 2017. Most wins in Belgium in the last 5 seasons. Lucinda Brand, 22 wins. Then we've got Inga van der Heijden at 2. So you can see the veteran here, Lucinda Brand's racking up those wins. Inga van der Heijden looks like, yeah, she's the force to be reckoned with coming up here. Just going to get back to the top here, guys. I do have the stream fully playing here, guys. Actually, I don't even have it on full screen. I'm going to do that right now. We are on full screen here. Superprestige, Niel, Jaarmarktcross. Obviously, I'm butchering those names. Dudes, if you're in the chat, you're watching live, let me know where you're from. Tell me where you're from in the Netherlands or Belgium and how you found the channel, guys. Let's see the gap now. Looks sane. A 6-second gap from Lucinda Brand back to Inga van der Heijden. Aniek van Alphen is a further 7 seconds back. Helene Clausel, 7 seconds back. Here's Lucinda pushing up the climb. Yeah, it's just a few seconds and Inga's right there. Lucinda shouldering her bike, Inga pushing her bike. And yeah, I think Inga is wearing the European Championships jersey. I think she is. Aniek's coming next. And Aniek was right there at the front with Lucinda. And she lost 5-6 seconds going up the hill. She went up the hill first and kind of almost came back on her bike. Turned around and was facing the wrong way. The others went by and she never was able to get back on. So that first little bump might have really hurt her. Inga back on the bike. Lucinda pushing hard here, guys. Head of the race, Lucinda Brand for the Balois, Glowy Lions. I'm going to do some research later today and figure out all the sponsors. You know, not overly crazy wide tires here. I wonder what they're riding. What do you guys think? These are about 32 mil wide tires. They're probably about 32s, they look like to me. Not, you know, super hardcore gravel wide tires where guys are riding 40s, 44s, 48s, 50s. More racy, for sure. And me going up that same climb that caused her problems earlier, she just flew over that one, took a hard run at it, jumped off at the last second. Yeah, mounting and dismounting in cyclocross, super important. If you can't get on or off your bike quick, I think that could lose you the race. So they're like the masters of jumping on and off their bikes. So it's kind of settled in here. 4 riders, they've been holding their positions all the way. 8 laps in total, guys. I'm finally seeing it on screen here. We've just completed lap 3 of 8, so we're just under the halfway point. We're getting there soon. Inga's still holding it. So Lucinda's not able to pull away yet from Inga van der Heijden. Fitness levels for both these riders are probably incredibly high. Inga is matching Lucinda. Probably just a couple little technical things that made her lose those 6 seconds. And now they're just sitting level. But it's Inga's job to try to come back. Lucinda taking the high point of these whoop-de-doos, and Inga riding more right down the middle. The middle section being more muddy. It's not very muddy at this course, though, guys. More just like slick dirt, I would say. So Inga's riding down the middle. Lucinda goes way up high on the bumps and does more of that. It's more grassy up top there. On the paved section here now. Love seeing the fans out. Hey guys, forgot to mention too, today is a very important day in Canada. It is November the 11th, Remembrance Day. At 11 o'clock, we shut down for a little bit. So Remembrance Day remembers all the war veterans that served in all the wars, Canadian war veterans, and all the veterans, man. Canadians played an active role in World War II right in this area, guys. The Canadians and the British pushed through the north end into the Netherlands. That was kind of their front, was taking that over. So there's always been a huge connection between the Dutch and the Canadians. Lucinda battling through the sand. She does a really good job getting really far. I'm going to watch here. How far can Inga get through the sand? I think the longer you can stay on your bike holding that speed high, about the same. Now, I know last time Anique went through, she struggled to get as far into the sand as the 2 front runners could. I think you want to hold your speed. You want to hit the sand going as fast as possible. Ooh, Anique takes a different line than the 2 front runners, and she struggles right away. There's a line down the middle that's more beaten down. She needs to get into that track. So she's taking a different line. The sand is deeper. It hasn't been pounded down yet. And I think it's making her get off the bike quicker. Anique can see the 2 front riders, though. So they're on an out and back now where they're passing by each other the whole time. For you, looks like we've got, well, I don't know how many people. It looks like we got 47 people here. We had more than that earlier. People probably looking to see the video. Guys, watching cycling these days is getting so expensive. We've all gone through it. I know it's pretty tough for people in the UK. Costs are insanely high for what you get. So that's why I'm doing this, guys. You can follow along. I always tell my friends, they're like, you know, my buddies here in Canada, they're like, dude, what are you doing on YouTube? Like, I said, dude, I go, think of like an audio broadcast of a sporting event. You're sitting at home, you got your favorite team, whatever sport it is, guys. You know, I mean, because Europeans, I got to think there's a lot of Europeans, well, obviously not a lot watching this with me, but I got to think anyone that is here is probably from from Europe. Cyclocross is just gigantic over here. But let's say you got your favorite football team, aka soccer team. You don't go to all the games. You put it on the radio. You're outside. Maybe you're training on your bike inside in the winter. Maybe you're doing it outside. That's what this is about. This is more of an audio radio broadcast of the events. Here we go, guys. Inga on the grass. Lucinda back on the pavement already, accelerating away. See the Soudal banners out. Very familiar with that sponsor. And the gap still is staying the same, guys. I'm going to give this a quick refresh here. Lucinda Brand, 9 seconds. So she slowly just squeaked out a couple of seconds, guys. Anique van Elfen is falling back now. Same with Helene. So it's Lucinda and Inga right now at the front, with Inga just fading a tiny bit. She lost 3 seconds somewhere along the way. Live chat still open. Yep, we're looking good, guys. Down through the very dry section here. Doesn't look that technical through the forest. I think I might be able to stay upright on my bike through this section for a little bit. The dismounting, I would fall over backwards. Would definitely fall over backwards here. So Lucinda is pushing extremely hard here now, guys. Career results per position. That's what this thing is. So for Inga van der Heijden, it looks like she's at 8 first place positions, 14 seconds, 22 thirds. Yeah, top end rider, Inga van der Heijden here. And we're looking at Inga right now. She's from the Netherlands. I'm not sure. She's from a place called Shaik. Looks like in the Netherlands, 26 years old. Born in the last millennium, guys. She lived through Y2K. Can you believe that? We all survived Y2K, guys. What a nightmare that was. I remember that we all thought the world was going to end. What a joke. What a joke. Yeah, this getting off and on the bike, yeah, tough. Tough. I guess you get used to it. You just get used to it. Noticing here that Lucinda Brand is riding a Trek frame set. Probably has something to do... Ooh, a little struggle here. It's that same climb that Aniek had troubles with earlier. She had to put her foot down on the left-hand side, and I thought she was going to tip over. Inga's taking the same line. Inga gets off sooner. She gets off sooner. I think that jump, her jumping off sooner there, I think to help her get up that little climb a lot quicker. Because Lucinda went up, had a little error, almost tipped over, came to a standstill, whereas Inga was able to jump off sooner and kind of push and run up. Here goes Aniek. Wow, she struggles here. She did it again, folks. She did it again. She's hanging on to the banners. Yep, look of frustration on her face. She just gave one of these looks as she guys, she went right up the middle of that climb. I wish I had a name for that climb. And she went up the middle. The other two riders, the front two runners, went up the left side. Lucinda had a slight bobble. Inga dominated that one. Aniek went up the center, went over to the right-hand side. Bike came twisting around on her again. She had to grab the barrier to stop from falling over. And then look of frustration on her head. She probably lost another 5 seconds right there. There's Lucinda riding the whoop-de-doos on the high side, if you want to call it that. And let's see what Inga does. Inga goes right down the center. It's muddier, but it's probably faster because the mud's not that thick there. It looks quite slick. But obviously Lucinda is doing something right here, still holding Inga back by 9 seconds. Wow. Competitors in the Telnet Superprestige, Niel today with the most career pro wins. Lucinda Brand, guys, with 90 wins. Laura Verdenschot with 29. Laura right now is 5th group on the course, on the routes. She's riding with 3 other riders. She's 1 minute 11 seconds back. We've also got Denise Betsima, who's in the same group as Laura Verdenschot. Sarah Casaloa. Okay, we've got a replay here. That must be up that climb from earlier. Replay of them going up that steep one. Okay, better look at the tires here. They are riding quite the knobby tires. Aniek shouldering her bike here. Man, she's almost like parallel to the ground climbing up the climb. She's actually got her hand on the ground, bike over her shoulder, using this hand to claw her way up that climb. Helene Clausel has 21 wins. She's sitting in 4th. So as long as these 4 riders up front don't blow up, it looks like their positions are kind of established right now. Again, here we're coming through the sand section. Lucinda and Inga ride this very similar. Let's wait for Aniek to come through. I think she's taking the wrong line. She takes the line on the left side. She's kind of doing the corner very tight, which forces her into a line that's not ridden as much. She's gone wider this time. And I think that time, she hit the same line as Lucinda and Inga. So she should get through that sand quicker, guys. Gonna get through the sand quicker there. We're gonna see what's going on here. Yeah, nice. Looking good. Wow, I really want a cyclocross race, guys. I really want to do it here. We probably have too much of a winter. It just looks fun. You know, a short, hard effort. I think most of these races are going to be like, we've already got some DNFs, guys. Some riders have already pulled out. Actually, it's Sarah Casasola. She didn't even start today. I just saw a DNS. So she did not start today, guys. Race time, guys, looks like we're just about 28 minutes into the race. Same 30 here. I'm seeing 28 minutes, 30 seconds on Flow Bikes. Anik here. Yep. Lot better job through the sand. They're showing a replay. Wow. Yeah, this time Anik dominates the sand. Absolutely destroys the sand. Rides completely through it. First rider to see do that. So I was saying earlier, she's taken the wrong line. She's taken the wrong line. And she was. She was going through a section that no one else was riding through. Having to jump off, stumble, shoulder her bike. She's been losing time there. This time she went really wide around the corner, down the slot that Lucinda and Inga have been taking. Yet she was able to power all the way through it. So maybe she's got that line figured out now. Really cool seeing Karcher here. Karcher dudes, like everyone knows that brand. Power sprayers. At least that's what I know them as. I think they're a Dutch brand. That is like if you go buy a power sprayer here, a power washer, you get a Karcher. That's how it is. Watching Lucinda Brand climb here. Quickly over the top through the forested section here. This is the fast, dry section of the course. It is quite dry here. I'm sure there's a lot of cyclocross fans going, this is bone dry, Colin. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, it's barely damp here through this area. Lucinda and Inga climbing real quick there. So yeah, I was saying before, Lucinda rides for Lidl Trek, so she's on a Trek frame set here. A lot of these riders have to ride some of the gear they ride in the other parts of their career. I love the fact, too, that these riders basically take no time off of racing. And they just power through. It's the same as the men. Thibaut Nice, right? That guy. That guy. Later on, guys, we're going to be seeing some of the bigger World Tour stars like Machu and Wout coming back. Wow. Dudes, I can't believe I've never covered cyclocross racing before. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. And if you can't, just jump in the chat and let me know what you think of what's going on here. Hoping some of my usual friends from before can jump into the chat here. I haven't seen any of that. They probably don't know what I'm doing. I get messages from all the people that watch me over the summer. Hey, Colin, what's going on? I hope you're well. I hope you're okay. Dude, I'm fine. Anik climbing here. Anik likes to put her hand down and climb a lot. She gets really low to the ground, like almost with her torso parallel to the ground, and is basically climbing with her left hand. The other two riders more run it. They're more upright. Here's that tough little climb again. Left side for Lucinda. Foot down again. Now she's losing time here, guys. She didn't dismount. She did the old shuffle. Keep one foot locked in and just kind of, shuffle along. Inga. Let's see what she does here. Inga goes up the same side. She dismounts early. Okay, not as good as last time, but way quicker than Lucinda there. So Inga is better on that climb from what I've seen so far than Lucinda. And this is the same climb. Okay, now we got Anik here. She's had a horrible time on this climb today. Horrible time. Anik likes to go up the right-hand side, which she always has a hard time with. Anik, take the left-hand side. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's how you do it. She killed it that time, guys. Yeah, I think she's happy with that one. Who do we got here? Ian's here. Hey, Colin, good stream. Love cyclocross. Puck Peters, Cammy Mason, favorite riders on, dude. Ian, dude, so happy to see you, man. I've been kind of here by myself. I've got a couple of comments here. Looks like more cyclocross fans. Dude, I love this. This is fantastic. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, guys. So hopefully people will learn that, dude, I'll be doing all this. Again, Lucinda takes the high side of the whoop-de-doo. So, guys, it's a series of bumps up and down. Whoop-de-doos. If you know that from, like, dirt bike racing, motocross racing, you know the whoop-de-doos. Lucinda rides the high point, where it's more grassy. Inga goes right down the middle, where there's less whoop-de-doo, more mud. Barely muddy here, though, guys. Lucinda now on lap 6. This looks like is this lap 6 of 8 done, or on lap 6? Inga's there as well. Now she's 13 seconds back. So I think on the climbs, the bobbles that Lucinda's had, Inga's done better on the bumps, the lumps, where it's a lot of technical riding. Lucinda is just maybe more powerful on the pavement here. I think that's where she's getting her time gaps. I would love to see more time gaps here. What's going on? I don't know if that's a little bit of maybe some of the World Tour road riding coming into her favor now on the paved sections. You know, maybe having, I don't want to say a higher level of fitness because that's going to sound really dumb, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. That road conditioning. When you're on the pavement, less technical, just more fitness, more cardio, more just how big is your engine. Maybe that's where she's pulling away 1 second per lap over Inga. Inga hits the sand here right behind Lucinda. Now, last lap through, guys. So they're both dismounting about halfway through. Let's watch Anique. She just absolutely destroyed the sand last section through. See if she can do it again. It's got to be a lot quicker because she's going fast. Let's watch her entry point here. Oh, she's out of the pedal here. Kicking some dirt off her shoe, I think. Really good, guys. Don't forget the men's race is immediately after this. Yeah, Anique hits that same line going in. She's going over to the right-hand side and finding a track she can ride through. Okay, that time not as powerful through. Looks like, you know, just that little tiny a butterfly flaps its wings on the other side of the world. One of those situations where she just hit the sand the wrong way, turned her wheel a bit too much, and slowed her right down. It can't be perfect every time, guys. So right now, Lucinda Brand first place, Inga van der Heijden 13 seconds back in second, Anique van Alphen, we got 3 Dutch riders in the front, guys. 37 seconds back, Helene Clausel, the Van Riesel rider here from France. 50 seconds back from the front in fourth. Laura Verdenschot has now broken away from the other group of 3, which included Julie Brouwers, Amandine Foucanet, and Denise Betsema. So, guys, just based on most career wins, you can see why Lucinda Brand is up here. 90 career pro wins. You could take second, third, and fourth place. Their 3 totals combined don't equal Lucinda Brand's. Laura Verdenschot with 29, Denise Betsema with 26, and Sarah Casasola with 26. Sarah Casasola did not start the race today. Saw that earlier. Yeah, Ian, loving it. Ian, I was browsing around over the last couple days. I got a few messages. I think it was Flocky32 messaged me. I think Dave messaged me from Toronto and said, "Hey, man, how you doing? Miss talking to you." I'm like, "Me too. Me too." Love being on in the morning with you guys. I spent so much time with the Inside Cycling World community over the summer. Like, guys, it's not a 15, 20-minute video. Those Tour de France stages are 4, 5, 6 hours plus. Every day for the Tour de France. Every day for the Vuelta. All the other races, the Tour of Denmark, the Vuelta a Burgos, the Tour of Romandy, hours upon hours with the same people. And it was such a good time. People ask me, "Hey man, what's the best part of having a YouTube channel? How much money do you make?" I'm like, the best part of having a YouTube channel is meeting so many cool cycling friends and fans. That's the best part of it for me. There's very little money in YouTubing, guys. Trust me. So I've kind of gone and done some other stuff. I'm taking some training course, and one day, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna put on the telethon for Colin to continue doing his cycling commentary, because that's really what I want to do. I just want to cover the cycling, and I admit all the cyclocross stuff, I'm pretty new to it, but I love it. These are the best bike riders in the world, like the best bike riders. Like the technical skills to do this, amazing. You know, I could see some of the Tour de France riders. That would be a great event. Do it for a charity event. Exclude Wout, exclude Mathieu, and all the other cyclocross riders I can't think of right now that are riding World Tour. Here's that tough climb again, guys. And I'm looking back at the previous climb, Anique doing that same climbing. Bike solo on her shoulder. Lucinda doing the one-legged shuffle up that climb. We're going to see Inga go up next. She dismounts very early on this climb. She's 13 seconds back, so she's descending now. Takes her right-hand corner. She can see the climb. She goes to the left side. She'll step off immediately. Let's see if she does it again. Yep. She steps off right at the base. Her momentum carries her halfway up, and she's easily can push her way up the rest of the hill. Lucinda is trying to power her way up, gets into a one-legged shuffle. She knows she's got the lead, though. And that's what she's focused on right now. Yeah, so Ian, I was browsing around. I've got messages from people. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I doing with my poor little channel? And I saw Puck. I saw Blanca. And I'm like, man, I know who these ladies are. Let's do this. Let's do this. So I threw this together yesterday. I even told Joey I was like a giddy schoolboy. She went to town late yesterday. And once this one's over, guys, we're going to need a quick nature break here. Third cup of coffee. I mean, been up for 3.5 hours already. It's only 6:21 in the morning for me. So I guess I've been up 3 hours and 20 minutes. I said, oh, I'm doing a video tomorrow. And she's like, well, what? Like, what are you going to do? I said, I'm doing cyclocross. And she was all, well, do you have a thumbnail for it? I'm like, no, I don't have a thumbnail for it. Well, you know, Colin. I'm like, whatever. I'm just doing it. People will learn. Just look for the stupid picture of me there, and we're going to get some cyclocross racing, guys. I'll try to do every race I can. I do have some other commentary I'm doing this weekend for Virtual Cycling Inside over on Training Peaks Virtual, so I'm kind of committed to that. No, not kind of. Definitely committed to that. I'm just hoping I can do... I think there's some cyclocross racing this weekend, too. I think there's a race... Well, obviously we're racing day. I think there's a race on the 13th, and I think on the 15th. And then I think it's the World Cup racing. Is that what they call it? The World Cup? Yeah, there's 12 rounds. That starts at the end of this month, I think on November 23rd. I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. Steven Cycles. Steven Cycles was watching Highway Through Hell. Steven, what's that? Highway Through Hell. I don't know what that is. TV show last night. Dude, what is it though? Never heard of it. Okay, Lucinda hits the sand, guys. Lap 7 of 8. She's going to that right-hand side. The right-hand side looking at us. She's taking the same route that Anique does. That's the way to go. Start in the middle and slowly work your way over to the right. It seems like you can almost get all the way through the sand there. It must not be as thick on that one side. Inga hits the sand next. Oh, she takes the other route through. I don't like this side. Okay, she's found a good path. Yeah, she's off a bit sooner. That's the side that Anique was going in all the time. So she tried something different and it didn't work out for her. 13 seconds now between Lucinda and Inga van der Heijden. Anique is a further 24 seconds back. Lucinda down through the forested area, through the trees. The leaves are on the ground. Here comes Anique now back in the sand section. She's going in here. Takes the middle route and quickly diverts to the right. Looks like she's on a good line here. She's going to try to ride it all the way. Okay, she finally set up. She's getting a lot further through the sand than the front two riders are. I'm just going to give this a refresh, guys. I think the gaps have opened up. Yep, they've got Anique now, 48 seconds down. Inga down, 20 seconds down. Fastest riders in lap 5, Lucinda Brand at 6:37, Inga van der Heijden at 6:40, Anique at 6:41, Amandine Foucanet at 6:48, and Helene Clausel at 6:49. Again, dudes, I think on the paved sections, I think Lucinda has some horsepower advantage. I think she has horsepower advantage on that, on the paved sections. Let's get it. Get it, dudes. Love this. The men's race, I wonder how long of a break we're going to have in between. I'm going to stay live anyways, and I'll yammer on about something else. So I think there was only 28 riders in this race. I'm going to have a quick look here, guys. It's showing 29 riders in this race. Wow. Lucinda Brand. Let's just have a quick scan, guys. The oldest competitor here at 36 years old. 36 years old. Second place is 26. There is a couple other riders. Actually, okay. Ooh, I just noticed here. Perrine Clausel. It's a last name I've never heard in my life, except for Helene Clausel. They've got to be sisters. Let's have a look. Yep, it's her sister. So Perrine Clausel is her older sister. They are both in this race. Just browsing here through some of the riders. So Perrine is 31. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Magdalena Basta, 41 years old at the race. Love it. Love seeing the longevity of some of these riders here. Especially Lucinda winning the race right now, 36 years old, and just basically starting to walk away, slowly pulling out time from Inga van der Heijden at the moment. Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, I know. Okay, dude, yeah, I just didn't recognize the name. So Stephen Sane, TV show Highway Through Hell, the men of the Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue Company battle the treacherous Coquihalla Highway in British Columbia because it is one of the most economically most traveled trucking routes. Yeah, dude, totally. So the Coquihalla used to be a toll road. Here's the climb that, okay, she didn't get that low that time, that Anique always gets super low on. The Coquihalla is in British Columbia. In the past, the Trans-Canada used to take this crazy route. It's the #1 highway through Canada. They said, nah, screw this. They made a route. It kind of diverts right after Kelowna. You go up over a high mountain pass. Guys, don't think switchbacks like Europe. We don't build roads like that here. But it is a high pass. It gets snow all the time. Okay, this is an important climb here, guys. Lucinda going up, left-hand side. Yeah, she does the one-legged shuffle. Keeps her left foot in, pops her right foot out, and just kind of like almost scooters her way to the top, if you know what I'm saying, that little scooter push. I think that's quite slow. I think Inga is climbing that climb faster, but Inga's losing time on other sections of the course. I think it's the road section of the course. Steven's asking is Vout riding the men's. Steven, I don't think so. I don't think they show up until the World Cup stuff. So I think in Cyclocross you got the World Cup, which is 12 rounds. Superprestige is another league or series of races. I keep seeing there's all these Superprestige events. So I don't know if it's just maybe like in road cycling there's World Tour and then there's the Pro Series, something like that. Or just maybe different sponsors, different... I'm sure they ride in all of them. So yeah, the Coquihalla Highway was opened as a toll road. And the coolest thing about this road is that they said once it got paid off, it's free. They actually took the toll away. So you don't got to pay to go through there. I think I went through it once and then back. I traveled from Kelowna to Vancouver for a job way back when. Way back when. I rode through there and I had to pay the toll going both ways through. And yeah, it's the most heavily traveled road through there. It's the #1 way for trucking to get from the West Coast into other parts of Canada and vice versa. And it is treacherous in the wintertime. There was already pictures from just a few days ago where they've had heavy snow up there. All the truckers chain up, but it's just like a nightmare through that section. Yep, and yeah, so if you don't know, it's the Coquihalla. Through the Whip-de-Doos, Inga van der Heijden riding right down the middle. Yep, she's taking that line every time. Lucinda Brand coming around now, guys. 20-second lead over Inga van der Heijden here. Anique coming through. 1:11 down now on Lucinda Brand. So there is quite a bit of pavement on this road. And yeah, that's where Lucinda's doing the real damage, I think. Steven, I think we're going to have a pretty good lineup. I'll take a look right away here. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going on a quick nature break. We still got coffee flowing. Lucinda going through the sand. Out of the pedals really early on this one. The legs must be getting heavy. So running your bike is probably a little bit easier than trying to power your way through. She's already high-fiving all the kids on the sidelines. So cool to see that. Man, I love this. So she's running through the sands, bike over her right shoulder, hand out, slapping the kids' hands. Hey kids, why aren't you at school? I don't know whether or not. Hey, this is a big day here. This is a big day. This is the big race. Inga takes the early entry point and out of the pedals really early. So I think the best way to go is take the middle section through the sand and then start swinging to the right like Anique's been doing every time. Even though she's 54 seconds down, she seems to be riding the best through the sand section. Wow, lap 6. It looks like... Okay, this is an interesting stat here. Head-to-head lap times. Lap times for... this is between Lucinda and Inga. Same on lap 1. Inga was faster on lap 2. 1 second faster on... The stat doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it's showing that Inga is faster on every lap, yet she's 35 seconds behind her now. I think maybe they got those times flip-flopped. I think on Pro Cycling Stats, I think they have the times flip-flopped. We are on the final lap, guys. We're on the final lap. This is Helene Clausel running through the sand right now in 4th place, 1 minute 33 seconds down. I'm just going to give this a quick refresh here. We're 50 minutes in right now. So I imagine the men, well, I don't know. If it's anything like other racing, the men might ride a little bit further. Maybe they do ride 8 laps. We're going to find out right away here. Lucinda Brand will be winning this event very quick. Yep. And they're showing a replay here of her slapping the kids' hands. Love it. Love seeing that. Love the fact that the parents got the kids out at these events. You can learn school tomorrow, guys. You can study tonight. Don't worry about it. Become an athlete. Fastest lap times overall, obviously lap 1. Lucinda Brand at 5:56 and Inga at 5:56. So yeah, this stat here on Pro Cycling Stats that I'm looking at right now doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think the lap times are flip-flopped here. They got Lucinda Brand slower on every lap. Yeah, they've got her slower on every lap versus Inga. It's vice versa. Those stats need to be flip-flopped. Pro Cycling Stats. Colin caught it for you. If I'm looking at the time difference, 6 seconds, there's 13, 16, there's 20 seconds difference right there. Difference. Yeah. So they got Inga at 6:28 on lap 2. They got Lucinda Brand at 6:33. We need to flip those. Has to be. Otherwise, she'd be ahead of her. Okay, so Lucinda Brand, guys, unless she has a catastrophic mechanical out there, she will win this race, with Inga van der Heijden coming in 2nd place. Aniek van Elfen will be 3rd, and Helene Clausel should hang on to 4th place here. 20 seconds back, we have a group of 3, includes Julie Brouwers, Amandine Foucanet, and Laura Verdenschot. Watching Lucinda right now. Off the bike, remounted right away. Okay, here comes the series of climbs. This is that crazy climb that comes up. We pop down 1. She hangs her right-hand corner. She's going to see the climb. She's going to go to the left-hand side. She's going to stop at the top and then do her little scooter action right to the top. Everyone's been taking this left-hand side. You can see the track right now. There she goes, 1 foot down. She does 4 or 5 little scooter/skateboard pushes, and she's over the top. Okay, good comment from Ian here. He says, Pidcock, Wout, and Vanderpoel just pick and choose their races. The men have more laps. Yeah, I'm going to guess that the men are going to maybe have 12 laps. That's my guess. Just kind of from like World Tour stuff. The men always race a bit further. Anthony's back. Anthony, hey dudes. Exactly, dude. How are you watching live feed? Dude, I'm on Flow. I'm on Flow Bikes as usual. Just watching the end of the race here. I've done this all, guys. So Anthony, dude, I'm so glad you're back. Ian, you too. Steven Cycles, the OG supporters, the members of the community. Lucinda Brand on the right-hand side of the road now. Yep, right-hand side of the road. Giving a few hand slaps. Arms in the air. Giving you one of these. Rainbow colors on her sleeves. Great job. Clicks her watch. Doesn't look that warm. Doesn't look that cold either, guys. I'd be rocking a Speedo in this weather. Straight through. And she's off to, looks like the team here. Yeah, great job. Great job here, guys. Watching her at the finish line here. Post-race rituals. Yeah, so Anthony, I think I think this race is shown like on all the major streams. I forget where I was this morning. They were actually showing all the broadcasters. There was at least 5 or 6 major broadcasters showing this. Dude, now that we got some time... Okay, well, I actually want to watch the finish. So let's get the finisher. Inga van der Heijden comes in next. She was 47 seconds down at the finish, it says. 48 seconds looks like the official. Inga van der Heijden now has 15 second place finishes. It's saying that Lucinda Brand has 90 career pro wins. Yeah, she does. And I think now she has 91. Aniek van Alphen comes in next. 117 down. Okay, just having a quick look here. Helene will be next. She is being pursued by 3 riders, but she's got a 23-second gap. She's on the pavement, coming to the finishing stretch now. Going to see a nice little battle here for 5th place. Looks like 2 of them are broken away from the 3rd rider here. Let's see who's going to sprint it out for 5th place. So Helene Clausel comes next, French rider. First non-Dutchy coming through. And now we have 2 riders coming next. Looks like the French rider Amandine Foucanet. And I'm going to have to figure who this is. We got 2 Belgians. It could be Julie Brouwers or Laura Verdenschot. And whoever it is, the other Belgian rider is accelerating away right now from Amandine Foucanet. Big sprint here at the finish for her. I'll tell you who that is right away, guys. Amandine will be getting 6th place here. Okay, so it was Julie Brouwers. And I did see here that, well, interesting here, I saw that Amandine had Arkea on. She is Arkea B&B Hotels. Okay. So, different jersey today for her, but on her bibs, she had Arkea. So, Arkea B&B Hotels, I think this team is gone. Is Arkea gone, guys? I thought they were. Obviously, she's doing cyclo right now, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so yep, they're showing from 7 Racing. That's Aniek van Alphen. This should be Laura Verdenschot coming in here in 7th place. Okay, no, sorry, that was Denise Betsema. Laura Verdenschot did get 7th place at 2:36, it looks like. Then it's Denise Betsema. I think there was 29 riders, 28 riders in total. Yeah, so Anthony, I got the 3 screen set up again. I got my stuff I'm showing you guys here. I've got the video here. I got my phone here for the chat. Guys, as we're hanging out here now, this is something I really want to talk about. Believe it or not. The stuff Colin wants to talk about. Dudes, as we have time in between the races. So where were we racing today? You could see it here. This is Niel. In Antwerp. Race is still on though, guys. I'll try to cover it as well. So basically, it's a suburb of Antwerp. I did recently view the B&B de Shore, just in case you guys are wondering. I thought it looked kind of funky here. Looks quite pagan to me from a distance. Like, what is this guy all about? Had great reviews. So yeah, we're racing right here, dudes. This is where we are. Guys, I spent probably an hour figuring out the map this morning. So the men's race starts... the men's race doesn't start for 30 minutes. Well, I'm going to stay here. We're basically racing right here. We actually crossed the road here. There's a big parking lot. Guys, I'm going to show you this again here quick. There's a big parking lot. I think this is where they had all the barriers lined up. I don't know where we went through the sand, but I'm thinking we might have went through the sand through here somewhere. And we raced back and forward along here the whole time. Obviously, they would have cut off into the woods somewhere here. But that's where we were. But this is what I want to show you guys. Okay, so I love maps. You know that. Geologist. Geography, not the same as geology, but close enough. Cool features to look at. So I'm looking at Antwerp. You know, huge shipping facility here. I mean, you can see where it's all built up for shipping, all the different docks and stuff like that. So I started zooming out, looking at the cool cities. Here's Ghent, Bruges is over here, Brussels. I mean, Antwerp and Brussels are right on top of each other. Oh, there's Maastricht again, way over here, guys. Maastricht. I had a big talk one day about Maastricht. It's a place in the Netherlands. It's also a geological time period. It's quite old. Anyway, dudes, I'm seeing this little... I'm like, what is going on the map here? What is this? This is crazy. This is Barl Nassau or Barl Hertog. If you go into Wikipedia, you'll find a cool write-up on it. These are all enclaves. And the one I read talked about it being Belgian enclaves inside. So you can see here, here's the border. België, Netherlands. Okay, Belgium to the south, Netherlands to the north. Makes sense, right? Then you've got this enclave here, and there's enclaves within the enclaves. It is just crazy. So the Netherlands completely surrounds it here, right? And then there's Belgium. Wait, Yeah, this is really weird. So the Netherlands surrounds, let's call it Barl-Hertog. Then if I zoom in here, you can see that this area is all Belgium, but there's Netherlands enclaves inside the Belgian ones, which is surrounded by the Netherlands ones. And dudes, this is not like this. These are like one city blocks, one house. I guess this has been like this for, like they said, since medieval times. It's been kind of situated like this. Like if we zoom in a little bit, I saw some other weird ones. Look at this one. So this would be a Belgian enclave inside the Netherlands right here. If we zoom in far enough, yeah, there you can see it. Now, why are we protecting this land so much? Because it's got a tree here, and there's some grass. That's why. I don't know why. It's called Niemansland, an enclave. It's a Belgian enclave inside the Netherlands. Guys, explain that to me. I love it. I love it. Here's another crazy one. So this would be a Belgian enclave inside of the Netherlands. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see the important landmarks here. There might be a fence here. Why? Why wouldn't this just kind of go like that? Just join it up. Connect the dots, guys. Fascinating, though. You know, you got lots of weird ones here, too. Like, here's a Netherlands ones on the Belgian border. These would be Belgian ones on the Netherlands side. Just insane. So yeah, I spent all morning going along the border here. Here's another Belgian one inside. Looks like there might be a few things here though, like maybe, well yeah, there's houses here. So sometimes way back when, just mapping, where's the boundary? They put it here, oh man, we made a mistake. Okay, yeah, just leave them, whatever. But I guess it's been like that for a long time. I did look it up this morning, dudes. Here, we're going to go straight to Wikipedia, whether it's true or not. What does it say? Barl-Hertog is noted for its complicated borders with Barl, Nassau, Netherlands. The border's complexity results from a number of medieval treaties, agreements, land swaps, and sales between the lords of Breda and the dukes of Brabant. Dude, I know exactly who they are. I've never heard of them. Generally speaking, predominantly agricultural or built environments became constituents of Brabant, and other parts devolved to Breda. Blah, 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 blah. There's 26 separate parcels of land. I think that's just Barl-Hertog they're talking about. Wonder if they're showing us any of that stuff here. The exclaves. Oh yeah, there's exclaves and enclaves. There are also 7 Dutch enclaves within the Belgian exclaves. Counter-exclave. Dude, it's super complicated. So I think an enclave would be like a little chunk of Belgium surrounded by the Netherlands. But then if there's like a Netherlands chunk inside the Belgian chunk, then it becomes an exclave, I think. Wow, I could do a whole paper on this. But yeah, guys, you can see it. So it's insane. So this is all Belgian land. Is it? Okay, where's the border there? I've lost track of the border completely. So here's the border zipping around up here. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it's a Belgian chunk inside the Netherlands. There's another big size chunk here. This looks more like farmland here, completely surrounded. But then you'll get this. You'll have another Netherlands chunk inside the Belgians chunk, which is surrounded by the Netherlands chunk. Wow, insanity. What about another one inside that? Some of them are just kind of funny to me. Like, look at this little one here. Oh no, that's just a long alleyway here through buildings. So what happens here? Who owns this building? Is that real? Is there an actual border through there? Why make it so complicated? Wow. And I think there might have been a few other ones, but it's mostly at Barl-Hertog. That's where it gets kind of crazy. You don't see it anywhere else down here. They've got the borders figured out. They figured out who lives where. Just imagine. So I thought about this morning. I'm like, how many times could you cross country borders? The world record for country border crossings in one day. You'd want to come through here. So you'd start in the Netherlands, cross into Belgium. No, the Netherlands. Into Belgium, out of Belgium, into the Netherlands, back into Belgium, back into the Netherlands. I think this is the Netherlands here. Yep, we're back into the Netherlands here. Back into Belgium, back into the Netherlands. Oh, you'd want to be really crazy up here. Netherlands, Belgium, back into the Netherlands, back into Belgium, back into the... yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on and on. Wow. Look at this little one. Like, why? It's the Nederland mini territory. Let's see what they got going on here. It's a farm field. It's just a farm field, and for some reason, way back when, this was designated as, no, this is Belgian territory inside the Netherlands. Why? Like, what happens when you farm this? Are you internationally farming? You can see here, Van Baarle. Baarle is a very common name here. You got Baarle Nassau, you got Baarle Hertog, you got Hof van Baarle. We all know Dylan van Baarle. Look at this one here. What does Baarle mean, guys? We got the Herboren Baarle. Wonder if it means town or something. Must mean. Steven saying MVDP lives in Belgium. Yeah, like crazy borders. Okay, dudes, how much time do I got here? Okay, I don't have too long. I am going to take a nature break. Might freshen up the coffee, at least warm it up. I'm going to be right back, dudes. I'm going to jump back to this stuff here, just so you can kind of watch that for a bit, see if anything else refreshes. Give me a couple minutes, then I'll get started for the men's race. Wow, oldest winners at Telnet Superprestige Niel. Lucinda Brand, 32 years old, way back in 2021. Obviously, she won today. Why doesn't that show up as number one? She just won today at 36. Lucinda Brand is 36, so I don't know why it's showing that. So she also won in 2021. I think she's won the last few years, hasn't she? Lucinda Brand. Telnet Superprestige Niel, she's 36 years old, guys. Let's get those stats updated. And I think she won there last year. Superprestige. Let's see, it would have been... I thought she's won 3... Oh, she got second last year. Second place last year. Yeah, love this. Look how busy the cyclocross season is. It's insane. Yeah, World Cup races are starting soon, guys. End of November here. Okay, so I'm going to jump out here. And what I'm going to do is I'll jump to the men's race right now. Pre-race for the men's race. It should be going live right away. Guys, I'll be right back. All right, dudes, we are back. We are back. Special guest star Ziggy's in the room. Ziggy, come on, bud. You want to come up? Want to come up? I don't know if you guys remember. Oh, buddy, it's okay. It's okay. Come on, bud. I'm gonna pick you up. Here is Ziggy. Ziggy's my buddy. Ziggy is technically a blue heeler, but I'm like, is he really? I'm sure he's a cross. You can get a white blue heeler. Cattle dogs. Oh, I think I hear dogs down here with me. And yeah, he's our dog. You guys would have seen him way back when. Oh, other dogs are coming downstairs. Okay, guys, I got to deal with the dogs. Come on, buddy. Good boy. There you go. Go see your friends. Let's go. Where you go? Here's upstairs. So guys, yeah, that's Ziggy. He's a little dog. We kind of, you know when everyone says, oh yeah, he's a rescue. Oh yeah, we rescued him. He's a total rescue dog. We got him out of a real crappy situation. Family that could not take care of him. Side note, that family lost, what is it? There's a young girl there. She's now with her father. Like, just a bad situation. The dog was just being... He was just locked up 24/7. He loves living out here on the acreage, running around like a madman with Hazel. He's a little bit of a whiner, full of energy. But I did look online. I'm like, is he really a blue heeler? Like, what's mixed with him? And I don't care if he is or not. Blue heeler generally, have that darkish coat with the white hairs in it, brownish on their face, kind of like a coaly looking face. There's a white blue heeler. I think it's a genetic difference in them. So with the blue heeler, predominantly black coat with the white hairs coming through, kind of gives it a blue tinge. He's got the flip-flop. I don't think he's still a full blue heeler. I don't really care. I love mutts. Mutts are the way to go, guys. So we're looking at the pre-race stuff here, guys, for the Telnet Superprestige Niel. The men's elite are starting here at 10 after 3 in the afternoon in Belgium. It is currently 7 minutes to 7 here in the morning. I am going to see if we do have our map. We don't have our map here. Okay. Don't have it. So what I can do, guys, I'll pull this up. This is Cyclocross 24 here. Where's my map? I think I lost it. Showed the map earlier today, guys. Well, what we can do again is come back here and we'll use this guy right here, and I'll try to figure out where we are again. So yeah, here we are. Our race is right through here, guys. We start in this, well, I'm not sure if we start in the parking lot, but we come down, we actually swoop around this side of the traffic circle here. I think they come back and forward through here a little bit. And come back out this way, ride through sand somewhere along the way. They tuck into the forest somewhere. They must ditch off here somewhere. Actually, I did notice a red path on, yeah, you can see there's a track here too. I noticed a red path at times, and you can see it here. It's a walking path beside the main road. They do ride this main road section. You will see, what is it? It's the Quade Vilstrat. I think that's where Lucinda Brand was able to put a lot of power down and pull away here. Let's just have a quick look at what the world looks like here. Look around. So here's that big, this is Josh Schroyers. Josh Schroyers loves me, man. I think they need to sponsor me. And there's that little red walking path I was talking about. So we're going to move down the road here a little bit. Looks like one of those crazy concrete block roads, doesn't it? They just have concrete blocks preformed, come along, drop them in place. That's what that looks like to me. I think I did see, so it's kind of a park area here, or like a wetlands area. Yeah, that's totally what that is. It's a nice little wetlands area here. So basically the race is in this little part of the world here. Amazing that you can put on this caliber of racing in just a little section of the world. And that's what makes cyclocross racing so awesome. So we're just going to hang out here for a little bit, guys. Talk about what else I'm doing today. Okay, so I've already created the stream for today, guys. My week coming up, it's going to be a busy one. I'm going to jump back to this stuff for now, just so people know what they're actually watching here. And I am out of the way pretty good, aren't I? Yeah, keep me over there. So at noon today, guys, 5 hours from now, I'm going to be doing some virtual esports race commentary. I'm going to be on Training Peaks Virtual today. There's a race group called EKCD. It's Virtual Cycling Club Denmark. So it's predominantly Danish riders, and they're racing on Training Peaks Virtual today. It's a Tuesday on Training Peaks Virtual, so I think that means it's free for everyone to ride the GPX routes. So it's not a pre-built world on Training Peaks Virtual. It's a real-world course, and it looks pretty tough. And the coolest thing I saw about it, Ian saying Ziggy is a cool dude. Ziggy and Spiders was my first ever gig at Green's Playhouse in Glasgow. Dude, Ian, were you in a band? Is that what you're saying? Ziggy and the Spiders, was that your band? Or is that the first ever gig you went to? Actually, Ziggy is really cool. I mean, you heard him. He's a bit whiny when you pick him up there. He's like, oh, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? But basically, when we got him, I think he was 7 weeks old. And he was just locked in a cage. Just locked in a cage. And yeah, lock your dogs up through the day. But when we went to pick him up, I'm going to tell you the story, guys. We went to pick him up 12:30 on a Friday. Go to the door. Waited outside for like 5 minutes. We're like, is anyone home? 5 minutes later, this little girl, maybe 8, 9 years old, comes to the door. My mommy will be up in a few minutes. And we're like, what is going on here? Mom got up and I'm like, yeah, I'm taking this dog today. And Joey Jojo knows the grandma of the little girl we met at the door. That little girl no longer lives there. Best thing that ever happened to that little girl. So, yeah, I think Ziggy would have just been sitting there. His original name was Bluey, because he had one blue eye. Bowie and Spiders from Mars was my first gig. So, Ian, give us some more background. Were you playing? Is this your band? Were you playing in the band? We went through a ton of names. Oh, Joey went through every name on the planet. It was someone in the Inside Cycling World community, guys, that said, call him Ziggy. Because I held him up as a puppy on camera, and he's got one blue eye, one brown eye, Ziggy Stardust. And yeah, that name stuck. I call him Ziggs, Zigster, Sucky Baby. He's pretty athletic. He thinks he's pretty tough. He goes outside, he barks at the horses all day. He's going to get himself in trouble one of these days, but he's learning. He learns to run away from them. He does have Big Hazel out there with him. That's the older dog. She should have been a sled dog, but never made it because she was a sick puppy, and I brought her in the house and she never left. So she became a pet dog too. So I had them outside running around yesterday together. They both need the exercise. They both have way too much energy, especially him. He's destroyed half the things we own. Like anything. Oh, here's a mouse. I'm just gonna eat it. Yeah, I think he's eaten 2 of Joey's mouses for her computer upstairs. She leaves her computer out all the time. He's eating remotes for the TV. He's eating full loaves of bread. He ate a bag of apples one day, which made him sick. Just whatever he can find. He's weird because he's the only dog that sleeps alone. He goes and sleeps in the laundry room at the back door. He's always back there by himself. All of Joey's other dogs, they all have to sleep with her, which drives her insane, but that's her fault. Official start here, guys, at 10 after 3 CET time. I'm going to go back here through the most victories at Telmet Superprestige Niel history. Sven Nice, 6 wins. Sven Nice. Remember that name, guys. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's your first band. Bowie, and so David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust, dude, see, I didn't know that. But now when you say the Spiders from Mars, was that in the song? Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, not my band. Wish it was. I would have been a multimillionaire. Yeah, dude. Steven's asking, Ian, are you from Glasgow? Yeah, so most victories at the Superprestige, Neil. I think this race has been around since the late 60s, guys. I did have a look at it. So we got Sven Nys, Eric de Vlamnik, Roland Liboton, Bart Wellens, and Robert Vermeer. I looked up Bart Wellens this morning. I'm like, is that Tim's dad? The dude's only 47 years old, I think. If we look up Bart Wellens, you tell me, guys. Belgian. Doesn't that kind of look like Tim Wellens? Has to be. But I don't see him as related. I don't see him as related. You know what? Let's do this on the fly. Ian lives in Glasgow. Tim Wellens. I don't know if he'll be found here because we're not in... Okay. Here's Tim Wellens. So Tim's 34. So it can't be his dad. Does he have a super older brother or an uncle? Paul Wellens, Johan Wellens, Yannick Wellens, Leo Wellens. I wonder if these guys are all cyclists. So he's not. It must be just a very common name in Belgium. I just thought he kind of looked like him. So we'll bounce back here. So Bart Wellens, I think, has won this race 4 times. You know, dudes like that, he's probably at the race course today. He's probably at the race course. Sven Nys. Okay, dudes, let's have a little look at Sven Nys here. 49 years old. And the key thing we're talking about Sven Nys for is, besides that he was a superstar in his heyday, look at the victories, guys. Like, just UCI World Cup Tabor. I think that's our first UCI World Cup cyclocross race of the season, dudes. I think that's on November 23rd. Pretty sure about that. He won that 4 times. UCI World Cup Hofstede 4 times. Superprestige races. So the Superprestige has been around a long time, obviously. We got Superprestige going back to the 90s here. So maybe it was... And again, guys, I'm learning all this on the fly. Superprestige must have been like a new series. Maybe it's the pro level racing versus World Cup racing, World Tour racing of the cyclocross world. I think maybe that's how it is. Okay, I got it. Ian, I wouldn't have known that. Just when you say Spiders from Mars, I kind of think I remember that as a lyric too. So it was Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie, and the Spiders from Mars. That was Mick Ronson, Trevor Boulder, and Woody Woodmansey. You see, dude, I don't even know those guys. I mean, everyone knows David Bowie. I should know more about these guys. Yeah, did he ever say the Spiders from Mars in a song? Ian was born in Glasgow. Stephen, yeah, you're right nearby there, aren't you? So Sven Nys, guys, obviously his son Thibaut Nys right here. This guy is an absolute freaking beast. Rides for Lidl Trek during the, I guess the main, I'm not going to say the main part of the race season because this is the main part of the season now, guys. Already won this year back on November 1st, not that long ago, the X2O. I think that might be another series because I see a lot of these races called X2O something, something, something. He won the Koppenberg Cross on November 1st, 15th at the Rappencross on the 2nd, second place at the UEC Cyclocross European Championships. So what I'm figuring out is at the end of November, the UCI World Cup starts. There's 12 rounds, the 12 big races. It's going to take us way late into January. 1 week later, they do the World Championships race. I should look and see where that's coming up. So yeah, this guy is an absolute hitter. Absolute hitter. In fact, why don't we look at his road stats here quickly? Okay, you should be showing me road stats. 2024, 2025. Probably go to road stats. Doesn't want to do that, so let me just come back here quickly. Oh, I think it did show up. Okay, maybe you recognize him now. So guys, we would have seen him racing, we would have seen him at the Renouille Tour. We covered that race on the channel. We saw him at the Tour de France earlier this year. No big results at the Tour de France. But like I was saying earlier, guys, I'd love to see some of these high-end Tour de France riders try to ride this kind of course we're going to ride today. Ziggy started a song. It's in the lyrics. So that's, dude, that's where I know it from. The Spiders from Mars. I'm going to have to listen to that today. And what's crazy, Ian, is that my youngest daughter, Addison, loves David Bowie. Loves him. Like, she's 20. I know a lot of young kids are kind of starting to realize there's a lot of fantastic music from the past. Why can't I back out of this? Home. Men's Elite. Okay, cool. How many World Tour riders are in this race? Okay, is this right? Well, what about Tebow? Ballot riders. Okay, there should be more than that. Based on preliminary start list. Okay, so that's why. Based on the preliminary start list. No, I don't want to translate to Afrikaans, if you don't mind. We will take a look at the start list here, guys. Ooh, Toon Arts. Is he really here? Wow, guys. Headers. Toon Arts. Dudes, first place, UEC Cyclocross European Championships, right here. This is the guy. 32 years old, Belgian rider. Big, tall dude, 1.8 meters tall. 8 meters tall. So this guy's rocking around at 6 foot 3 inches tall. Says he rides for Lotto. Wish it was easier to flip back and forward. Yeah, here we go, guys. So UCI Gravel World Championships, he got 13th place way back in October. Rode the Tour of Britain. So a lot of these guys are doing that. They're going back and forward. ADAC Classics, we covered that race, guys. We covered the Circuit Franco-Belge. What else did we do? The Tour of Norway? No, we didn't do that one this year. But here he is. This is your big name right here, guys. Big name right here. Toon Arts, Niels van de Putte, big rider too. Michael van Turenhout for Pauls Sausen. It looks like 47 riders in this event here. And guys, let's just sit back and relax here for a second here. Dude, love this. Thank you so much. Okay, you got Swoosh Kid. Swoosh Kid here. Dude, love seeing you, man. Dude, guys, you Inside Cycling World OG members, you guys do not know how much I miss doing this with you guys. Like, it's killing me every day. So I'm like, I gotta figure something out here. I want to get back on the streams. I want to hang out with you dudes. Swoosh Kid, Dropping Knowledge, World Championships, Cyclocross, Treviso 2008 Men's Junior, Peter Sagan finished second, guys. And then, dudes, check this out. Looks like Dana Leeton. Dana Leeton becomes a member of the channel. Dudes, if you really want to see me power this through, consider becoming a member of the channel. Guys, I'm just going to be blunt. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Becoming a member is kind of like the pay me a coffee. Guys, I don't know what dude, you know I hate talking about this stuff. Membership means you support the channel a little bit financially, and it helps drive me forward. In fact, dudes, I'm in a YouTube boot camp right now. It's today. It's about promoting your memberships so that you can keep your channel viable. And I was in the first week. I've already kind of covered all the stuff, like they're setting up memberships. I know this is blah, blah, blah cycling stuff. Sorry, non-cycling stuff. And yeah, they said, hey guys, there's 40 of you in this boot camp. This is YouTube lady talking to us. She goes, you were all hand-selected to be here. You weren't just picked randomly. Niels van den Putte, Alpecin de Koenig rider here. Guys, with their riding jackets on. Wonder if he's going to take that jacket off. It looks quite cool here. Toon Arts, the big man himself right here. The Euro champion here. Looks awesome. Man, I just gotta say, I think a lot of the World Tour teams could take notice and have a look at the jerseys these guys ride. Yep, taking off their jackets now. All stripping off their jackets, their over jacket. I think the cyclocross riders have way cooler looking jerseys. A couple of riders having a few chuckles at the start line here, guys. So yeah, Dana became a member today. Dana, thank you so much. I don't know who Dana is. Dana, introduce yourself to the channel. So guys, I'm on a hard push right now with this YouTube thing. I have to actually make a members only video, guys, because they said there's some great YouTube swag that you have to make a members only video. Guys, this poor little channel, I have 10 members. 10 that think it's worthwhile. I guess Dana's 11 now. Thank you so much, Dana. So I will be making a members only video this week of me doing something. I don't know what. It won't be race coverage because I want to do my race coverage for everyone. I guess the beauty of the members only video, I do something. I ride my bike. I tell you some stories. And then I can let everyone else see it later. So I have to do that later this week. Steven's from Fife. Been listening to a lot of Cocteau Twins recently. Oh, that's old school Cocteau Twins. Anthony, I'm new to cyclocross. What type of rider does it favor? GC type sprinter? Dude, I think cyclocross favors the real technical riders. Like, guys, I said earlier, some of you are just dropping in now, just finally seeing me back online. I'd love to see Jonas or Taddy come here and try to race with these guys. I think they get obliterated. I'm going to say it. Race is off, dudes. Huge start by the men here on the pavement. Jaarmarktcross, Niel. Alberta DeCoinic rider at the front quickly here. Toon Arts just hanging back a little bit, maybe in 6th, 7th place right now. This team here with the greenish jersey, I think that's the Powell's Sausen team. I wish they'd show in the start list here. Yeah, that might have been Michael Van Tour now. Right here. Let's see his jersey. No, it's a slightly different jersey, isn't it? I'm just going to go here, guys, for a second here. I want to see their team jersey. No, not seeing it. Okay, we're good, though. Another big name. Into the front here, guys. It's Kevin Kuhn, Swiss rider. Is that him really there? I want to take a look at this dude here. Showing him in a Wanty jersey. Okay, all running through the sand here. They're going to have to run through the sand the first lap round because there's so many riders coming through the sand at the same point. Later on, going to be interesting to see the track the men take. Here's a question. I wonder if they rake the sand between events to make it kind of even again, because the women have already set up a couple of really nice routes to ride through. Take the middle section, veer over the right. That's the way you can power through. And it's going to be cool to see if the men just can power through it maybe a bit more easier, just being stronger overall. Then again, their weight will probably push them down into the sand. Maybe the lighter rider can skim over the top of the sand better. Lauren Sweek. Here's another big name, riding for Creelan Corridon. I think that's the jersey I'm liking here, guys. Lauren Sweek here, Creelan Corridon. Says he's part of the Alberta DeCoinic development team. 31-year-old rider. Last week at the actually 2 days ago at the European Championships, finished 11th overall. So definitely a name to keep on your list here, folks. 2 riders up front. They're saying there's already a 5-second gap here. Let's see what we got. We got Vaclav Jezek and Kevin Coyne here, the Swiss rider. So we got a Czech rider up front with Kevin Kuhn, the Swiss rider. Yep, definitely 2 riders up front by themselves right now. There is a gap right away. Kevin Kuhn rides for Heizomat Cube. And Vaclav Jezek rides for, it says, Brilong Racing Team MB out of the Czech Republic. He's 20 years old. Now, 5-second gap. I'm going to say it's a 1.5-second gap right now. Coming back real quick here, guys. They're not going to let them ride away here. This one here, dudes. Don't know the full lap amounts here coming up. I'm going to get back to the chat here, guys. Let me get caught up. Yeah, Anthony. So, dude, I'm pretty new to cyclocross. Well, I've watched a lot of it in the past, but never really been deep into it. Part of the reason I'm doing this is so I can learn a lot more about it. Okay, a little action replay here. The 2 riders up front. Going up the first climb there. Brilong, the Creelan Corridon rider coming next. That must be Lawrence Sweek. I think he's riding in 3rd place right now. So it looks like Lawrence Sweek. Okay, he must have caught them already. We got a crash. So at the front right now, Vaclav Jezek, Kevin Kuhn, Lawrence Sweek is there. That is the Creelan Corridon rider. And Niels Van Impu for the Alberta DeCoinic team. That's the jersey he's riding today. There was a crash. I'm looking to see that right now. Replays coming up, guys. So yeah, Anthony, I think it's all about being the best technical rider on the planet. Now, man, they're struggling up this climb here. Riders falling over, slipping. I want to see how they take that climb that we saw Lucinda Brand have a lot of trouble with earlier today. No, sorry, Aniek van Alphen. Aniek van Alphen was the one that actually went up it, kind of almost lifted her front wheel off the ground at the top, spun around backwards, and was facing the wrong way on 2 separate occasions. Actually grabbed the barrier so that she wouldn't fall backwards. Lucinda Brand always went at the left. The men are going to take the left side every time too. Let's just see if they do that. They're hitting that climb right now. Left-hand side, they power straight over the top. So a little bit differences. Okay, that rider doesn't make it. One rider crashed right at the top. Went from 4th place down to about 7th or 8th immediately. So a little bit more power. They probably have the ability to just power through these climbs. So yeah, really super technical rider. Anthony, I guess the beauty of the cyclocross events too is some routes, they can be so varied the way they design them. You don't need to shut down roads everywhere. You don't need to have police everywhere. You're basically in a park and some parking lots. You can set up all sorts of obstacles, water, the stairs that they have to run. So certain courses are more technical. Certain courses are more biased towards fitness. The big engine riders who maybe if there's more pavement, they can put that road riding ability to their advantage. 4 riders up front, 5 seconds back to the chasers. Oh, dude, Ian says here, favorite, guys, is it Fife or Fife? I'm going to say it's Fife. Favorite Fife group, Stuart Adamson's Big Country. Dude, you don't know how much I loved Big Country growing up. And I wasn't just in a Big Country guy. Wonderland? Absolutely fantastic. Never got to see them in concert. I love Big Country so much. Dude, their music is quite, their music's quite chilling. And they talk about a lot of cool stuff, like Steel Town is fantastic. What else do we got? Dudes, I gotta look right now. Ian, you got me on a tangent. Ian's pulled me on a tangent, guys. Blame this on Ian. We're going to artists right now on Colin's Apple playlist here. Well, yeah, dude, the first album, besides In a Big Country, dude, I don't think I even have the song downloaded because I've heard it too many times. 1,000 Stars in the Storm, classics. I think my favorite album is the Steel Town album, Where the Roses Sown, Wonderland, Flame of the West, East of Eden, Just a Shadow. That's 1984, guys. 1984. Back to the racing, guys. Back to the live chat. Steven saying, yep, from Dunfermline. Sorry, dudes. Dunfermline. Yeah, guys, I'm Canadian. Sorry. Steven saying an all-rounder, I'd say. Yeah, all-rounder. But all these guys are super good on the bikes. Super technical. Again, I think it would be really cool. We need a charity event. Take the top 30 World Tour riders from the UCI standings and let's throw them on a cyclocross course for the weekend. And all the real cyclocross riders can laugh at them. I think that's what would happen. Just waiting to get some standings here, guys. Everyone's back together again now. Joris Nieuwenhuis, Ridley Cycling Team. Last raced at Trophy Rappencross 9 days ago. Fast lap here. 5:11 on the first lap. Where the women? I think the women were at 5:56 on the first lap. First lap, Lucinda Brand and Inga managed a 5:56, I believe. It says Toon Arts is not in the peloton, but that was 1 minute ago. Guys, really pacing it out nice here. I'll start getting eyeballs on them here real quick. So guys, thanks for being here, everyone. Really appreciate it. You guys made my day because I think I planned this last night around 5 o'clock. I had a good talk with my buddy Ed. He's an engineer. I'm a geologist, unemployed geologist. He's like, Colin, did you ever find anything? I'm like, no, dude. I said, there's nothing. And I told him about my YouTube channel. I hadn't talked to him in a few months and how it did well over the summer. People watching. He goes, stick with your niche. He goes, do your niche, man. He said, before you know it, you're old and you're done. He goes, so just do what you love to do. And so I came back in the house and I scheduled this for today. So that's what we're doing, guys. Yeah, pretty dry here. These guys are probably thinking this is pretty chill. There's no mud, there's no slop. I'm sure we're going to see that later on. They're riding through the forested section here. Lots of leaves on the ground. Starting to recognize the course now. Yeah, what a smart idea whenever the first cyclocross went off. Let's get a park. Let's make them loop around it 50 times. And the fans will come watch, and they sure do. And let's just see. They're all quite strung out. I'm looking for some situations here right now, guys. Looks like at the front here. Okay. Now, they're saying there's 7 riders. Ooh, Creelan Cordon rider had a bit of struggles there. I'm not sure if that was Sweeks or not. Let me make sure that's him. So we've got Joran Weiser at the front, Kevin Kunstler, Lauren Sweek. Lauren Sweek is, okay, yeah, he's on Alpecin de Koenig development team, but for cyclocross, he rides for Creelan Cordon. One of the Creelan Cordon riders there, I think they were 3rd and 4th, actually basically fell backwards on that little bump. They come flying up, they put their foot down, they slip, they tip over. We've got 12 riders in this front group up front, guys. Michael Van Turen out there, Niels Van de Pute here. I think it's Pute, Niels Van de Pute. Niels is riding in Niel. Alpecin de Koenig development team. So I wonder, let's take a look at Niels here for a second, guys, whilst the race is on here. Joris Nieuwenhuis at the front. Let's just see. Yeah. Check his stats out, guys. So he's riding cyclocross right now, but throughout the year, last thing he did was at the Gravel World Championships, Kreisbreit Elites, Tour of Austria, all of the early season races. He's at all of them. And now he's racing cyclocross. Some of these guys never stop racing. Okay, let's get eyeballs on this. Okay, there's the Ridley rider. That must be yours. Nieuwenhuis, however you say that, guys. From the Netherlands, 29 years old, another big, powerful rider, 1.85 meters tall, so this guy's rocking around just over 6 feet tall, guys. Probably going to say 2. Just a wild guess. Cyclocross fans, if you're out there, do you find that most of the cyclocross riders are bigger riders? Just talking about the men here. Yeah, they would have to be. You know, you look at like Wout, you look at Mathieu van der Poel. These aren't small dudes. They're not doing 20-kilometer long climbs. So it probably pays off a lot to be a bigger, more powerful rider, more explosive. You're good on short, repeated attacks. Not 15, 20-kilometer long, 45-minute long climbs. You know, and I've joked about bringing World Tour riders in. You know, you could say the same the other way. Take these cyclocross riders. A lot of their technical skills are kind of like just nullified on some of the long sections of, like, say, the Tour de France, where you're just grinding it out for 6 hours straight. So, pretty awesome here. Again, thank you, Dana. I'm looking at her here. Dana Leeton becomes a gold inside cycler. You're right. You're right. Dude, there's going to be exceptions. So, Eli Iserbeat and Tom Pidcock are tiny. Tom is very tiny. I wasn't sure about Eli there. That's Alan's Alter. Alan's Alter 4472. Alan's, thanks for commenting, dude. Guys, call me out when I'm wrong. I appreciate it. You're right. Tom Pidcock is a small dude, but a big man on the road, too. I love Tom Pidcock. Q36.5. Really good. What did he get? I think he finished 3rd at the Vuelta. Yeah, he did. He got 3rd place overall at the Vuelta, I think. We did that race on the channel, too, guys. Man, those were the glory days, weren't they? I love doing that every day with everyone here. Guys, really appreciate everyone being here. Not a huge crowd, but this is a good crowd. Ian saying Vander Harwe also. Yeah, there's obviously going to be smaller riders, so guys, I'm going to go through them later here and look at them all, but I can see some. Yeah, I guess it depends on the course too. I don't want to make broad generalizations. I just kind of would think a bigger, more powerful rider would do, because it's not like a 6-hour endurance test more explosive maybe. But then again, some of these shorter dudes have really, really good power to weight ratios. Let's take a look. So Lauren Schweik, let's just get an idea. 70 kilos, 1.8 meters tall, so he's probably like 5'10". Oh, there's Eli Iserbeat here. Yeah, this guy's smaller. Yeah, okay, dude, totally right. I think Alan said it here. Alan's altar says Eli is small. Yeah, he's small. He's 55 kilograms. So this is a guy that is just really, really good on the bike. You know, maybe that's part of it too. Maybe in cyclocross, you can be a big talling. See guys doing bike changes right now. Guys, I asked this earlier. Maybe some of you cyclocross pros know this. Do they have to do bike changes? Is there mandatory at races, or is it just as needed? Because I watched a women's race yesterday, parts of, and there was women doing bike changes before the first lap. Like, it was like they pulled in right away and changed their bike. I can see there being different rules for different races too. So one of the Creelan Cordon riders takes a bike change here. So cool seeing it. Basically throwing his bike off, and the other guy is just timing it perfectly, letting the bike go. It's basically just moving by itself for a couple of inches. The rider grabs it, quickly swings over top, mounts it, and is off. Lauren Sweek at the front here. Joris Nieuwenhuis. Man, I have trouble with that name. Niels van de Putte and Michael van Turenhout. All big names in the cyclocross world, guys. All big names. Let's take a look at Michael here for a second. 1.82 meters tall, 62 kilograms. So yeah, this guy is lean and mean. Dude. Very, very thin. Course is probably getting a little bit ripped apart here. I mean, we've already had 3 races crosses. Men's juniors, women's juniors, and the women's elite. So yeah, again, guys, I'm just going to backtrack again. I can see, dude, obviously any type of person can ride these races outside of me. You could be a big, powerful rider, use advantage to just smash your way up the climbs. Then again, too, being short and light, like I said earlier, might help you get across the sand sections easier. You might be able to maneuver quicker on your bike. So let's just leave it at that. Dry courses, they don't change as often. Okay. Yeah, this one looks pretty dry to me. Like I'm not seeing much in the way of mud here at all. I mean, it's obviously, it's not dry dirt. It's a little damp, I would say. Just a bit damp here. Okay, I'm getting a good eyes here on Lauren Sweek. Really getting familiar with that guy right now. So Michael Van Turenhout has a 1 second lead right now over Lauren Sweek. They're back together. Lauren Sweek, Niels van de Putte, and Michael Van Turenhout. Those 3 riders coming across the finish line right now. 3 riders together. 3 Belgians. Few seconds back. It looks like it's going to be 7 seconds back to a group of 4 riders here. Looks like, man, this Creelan Cordon team looks strong. Creelan Cordon. So that's obviously the team that Lauren Sweek is on. Little replay here of Lauren Sweek. I think this is where he struggled. No, he made it fine there. Now, going through the whip-de-doos, 2 different riding styles. Some guys like riding high. Some guys go right down the middle where it's maybe a little bit muddier, but barely. Alan's saying when the bikes pick up dirt, they get heavier and shifting can go off. Also, tires get slick with the peanut butter mud. Then a clean bike makes up for the short delay changing. Yeah, guys, you got to realize what Alan's saying here is when the mud starts packing the tread, it's just like in your car. So here in the wintertime, if there's a little bit of snow on the ground and it's a certain temperature, the snow compresses, gets compacted down into the tread of your tire. It basically instantly freezes, and then you're basically on a ball tire. And it's like just a death trap. Same as these guys with the mud. Once that tread pattern gets filled, once the knobs can't stick out and touch the ground, you probably have no control. So the little delay, switch bikes. So from what I'm hearing here, no one's told me. It just sounds like they do bike changes necessary. Okay, they're trying to battle through the sand here. Yep, I don't think the sand was raked. I thought they might actually smooth it out for the new. Oh, guys crashing in the sand section here. Crashing in the sand section. That was the Swiss rider, I think Kevin Kuhn, and one of the Okay, I gotta learn that. Creeland Cordon riders. Yeah, they seem like a very, very powerful team. Yeah, they are. I'm looking at their lineup here right now. Very strong team. We're going to back up here right now, guys. We are on lap 4 of 10. So the men ride 2 additional laps here, guys. 2 additional laps. It says we've got 3 riders up front. Lawrence Sweek, Michael Van Turenhout, I'm watching them here, and Niels van de Putte. Puta, I think is what you say. Followed 13 seconds back by a group of 12 riders. All the other hitters. Big names here, guys. A lot of this is going to come down to one little quick bobble or one little technical incident. You could go from that front group and fall back. So we're going to be watching that closely. Yep, 3 riders on the front here, going past the Electro Depot signs. Riding a bit of a ridgeline here. Fans on the right-hand side. Really cool to see all these fans here on a work day. Dudes, and again, I mentioned earlier, this is Remembrance Day in Canada, November the 11th, 11 o'clock in the morning. Very important time for us every time of year. In Canada, we wear a poppy above your heart to remember all the soldiers that have died in the wars. And yeah, big day. I wonder if is it recognized in Europe? I don't know what they call it over there. They might. I think it's a day in the States too. I think maybe it's Memorial Day or something like that, or Veterans Day. Yeah, I just think it's Veterans Day in the States. That's what it is. Majority of the riders coming by. No one's done a bike change. I've only seen one bike change earlier in the race. So we got our 3 up fronts. Sweek, Van Turenhout, and Van de Putte. Putte. And then I think it might be Jente Michaels coming next. Mikkels here. Elpison de Koenig rider. Let me have a quick look here again through the forested area. Sweek just hanging back, a second or 2 back. 4th place rider here. Who is it coming through? He's actually got a gap now, bridging up to the front 3. Then there's 2 Creeland Cordon riders coming. Actually, there's 3 of them here in a sandwich with Kevin Kuhn from Switzerland. I'm just going to back out of that for a second here. Is that Kuhn? Yeah, it is Kevin Kuhn. Front 3 probably within a second. Then we have this Alpecin de Koenig rider coming next, doing the foot down scooter maneuver. Creeland Cordon rider, Kevin Kuhn, another Creeland Cordon rider coming up here. I'm going to learn all these dudes' names, guys. Hard for me to see them at a distance. And they have, well, they don't have numbers on their bikes because they probably fall off, but they do have numbers on their back. So that's how I should be able to figure it out. Yeah. Alan. Yeah, dude, totally. Thanks for the memorial. 11th hour, 11th day, 11th month. It is the day every year across the globe. Okay, Ian saying most parade memorials were on Sunday in the UK, Remembrance Day. Yeah, dude, it's a huge thing here still. It's a huge thing in the schools, and it should be a huge thing. There's a lot of political garbage going on. You can't, people shouldn't be. There's a thing going on in Canada, guys. This is Colin's political rant, where they don't want people wearing poppies. I don't know if it was in court or I don't know where. It's like, guys, just shut up. Like, let people wear poppies if they want. No one's forcing you to wear a poppy, but some of us remember the lives that were given for freedom, for, whatever happened in the past. Ooh, crash here. Oh, I think this is yours. I think yours crashed on that corner there. Yep, positive that was yours. Yours crashed in the corner, almost got ran over by another rider. And it is Jente Michaels coming up next. So there is a rider trying to bridge back on, but it's an 8-second gap here. So he came out of the 3rd group on the road right now. The group, that's the Kevin Kuhn group here. Trying to find the easiest name to say. A lot of hard names to say here. So yeah, that's today for us here in Canada, guys. Yep. 3 riders up front. Looks like they might almost be trying to have a chit-chat here on the road. They're on the road section here now. Again, this is where I call this the fitness section of the road. Oh, here, and Jente Michaels is coming now. He's reeling them back, guys. I think he's going to bridge up to them and get back on. Jente Michaels here for Alpecin de Koenig. That's not 8 seconds anymore. I'm going to say that's 3 or 4 seconds. I'm going to try to refresh this right now on screen. They're saying 11 seconds. Wrong. That is not 11 seconds. There's no way. I mean, he's on them now. He's probably 20 meters behind them right now. Coming into the sand section here, we have 3 riders going in. Michael's, 20 meters back. He's got a teammate up front. Michael Ventura now goes into the sand first. Right down the middle on his bike. I think he's going all the way through this time, guys. All the way through. These dudes at the front now, you need to be able to power your way through. He does it. First 3 riders all the way through. And it looks like Jente Michaels here struggling a bit, but he gets through all the way. Am seeing some riders running it. And the old scootering / skateboard maneuver. Trying to battle their way through it. So Jente Michaels did lose some time. They're going through the sand. Definitely. Stayed upright through the sand. Was able to power through it. But was kind of, a lot of back and forward. Trying to get through it without having to put that foot down. Lap 5 of 10 done, guys. 5 of 10 done. What do we got here? Loving it, guys. Loving it. Good times in the 10 by 10 cube. That's where I am, guys. I'm in the 10 by 10 cube of cycling. Oh, whatever you want to call it today. Cycling frustration sometimes. And domination other times. Been back on the bike a lot. Guys, I managed to get... I think I rode 19 or 20 days straight. And then Saturday was my big day off the bike. Not planned. Totally out of my control. For some of you guys know... both Joey's parents went to the hospital within probably a month of each other. Her dad, Bob, went in first. Stroke. He's good. Spent over 2 months in recovery at another hospital facility. Kind of like a rehab facility. About a month of him being into the hospital, her mom had to go to the hospital to a different hospital. She spent 40 days in the hospital. Got out on Saturday. And now is sleeping about 2 rooms away from me. So they live together in a condo and they can't be home by themselves. And so Saturday was a big day for me, guys. I moved Bob into the care home. It's awesome. I would live there right now. I would live there right now by myself in a little room. Meals are cooked for you, theater, wicked library. I love it. So cool. I love it for him. And I got home. I brought food home for me and Joey. It's about an hour drive to where I was at. So an hour drive in, move for 3.5 hours, easy move. Drive an hour home. I said to Joey, I go, just watch. They're going to discharge your mom. Because we heard it might be happening. Less than an hour later, hey, she's getting discharged today. Can you come get her? And I was like, okay. Drive all the way back to Calgary, another hour. Pick her up. Stop. Get her things from the condo that's now going to be sold. Stop and get groceries. Get home. I think we were home by about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Just absolutely destroyed. So I didn't ride my bike Saturday, but I'm back on. Rode Sunday, Monday, and we will be riding today, guys. 3 riders up front. It's still saying Jente Michaels is 6 seconds back. So he's pulling it back right now, guys. Let's see the corner here. I'm watching. Actually, I didn't get to see him there. So this up front, we have Michael Ventura. So the 3 up front, it's definitely Ventura doing all the leadings. The leading here. Sweek is in 2nd place right now. 3rd place rider would be Niels Van de Putte. Just kind of dangling on the back here, it looks like. Wow, Ventura now coming around. I think they're going to be lapping some of the slower riders, guys. I think they are lapping. Yeah, right away, we're going to be getting riders lapped. Yep, and I am seeing here, it says small mistake by Jente Michaels. It's popping up here. That's probably the one I saw earlier. Yeah, so these 3 riders are going to lap this rider. I don't know who it is. I'm guessing, are there independents in cyclocross? If I can get a number, maybe I can figure out who it is. Michael Ventura now, it should be number 1. Toonarts is number 2. So Toonarts, who won the European Championships on Sunday, is not in the scene at the moment. And it looks like Jente Michaels is it Michael? Yeah, it's Jente Michaels is making his way back on. Another 5-6 seconds back, we got 3 more riders coming. What happens when you get lapped in cyclocross? That's my next question. Are you eliminated? I hope not. Yeah, riding the whoop-de-doos, 2 down the middle. Alpecin DeConinck rider riding on the high side. Jente Michaels, Alpecin DeConinck rider as well, doing the same thing. I guess they figure up and then down quicker like that versus just skimming through the middle. Little chit-chat here between Van Turenau and Niels Van de Putte. They've got Jente with them. He is back on now, guys. So we've got 2 teammates together here. A lot of looking around each other, probably looking at each other's faces, seeing their, what kind of condition they're in right now. Are they suffering? Van Turenau doing all the pace setting. All the pace setting, guys. He's at the front all the time. They're on that red walking path I told you guys about when I was looking at Google Maps earlier today. In the barriers all the way. Now into the, I don't know what this is, bags of concrete, bags of sand all lined up. I think we're on the far southern end of the course right now, entering the sand section. Okay, so they must have set up the sand section inside that parking lot. Just brought in a schwack of sand through the middle section. Oh, one rider had to go on the right-hand side, which is a harder entrance to the sand. Van Turenau pulls away. That rider that went in the right side, it's one of the Alpecin riders, had to put his foot down, kind of skateboarding through it. Several riders running. One rider's got the bike over the shoulder. So you can ride it, you can skateboard it, you can run beside your bike, you can run with your bike over your shoulder, however you want to do it. Just get through as fast as possible. 4 riders in the front, all Belgians this time, guys. We've got the Belgians up front, even 5th place back to Emil Verstringe. This guy rides World Tour too, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, dude, he's at the Tour de France this year. I knew that name. It's just so weird. Yeah, there he is in the jersey I'm used to, the Alpecin DeConinck jersey. We're going to back up for a second. Here's his jersey today, Creeland Cordon. So if we go to his PCS profile here, Tour de France, rode the San Sebastian Classic, didn't finish it. That's normal. When I say that, a lot of these classic races, guys, if you're not in the front, you did your part for your team, you just step off and say, I'm done. The attrition rates on those one-day classics is huge. So yeah, he didn't do a ton of road racing, maybe earlier season. Rode the Basque Country, Amstel Gold. Did a lot of the early season stuff. Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Brabants, Azul Basque Country, Strade Bianche. But after Tour de France, just a little bit of racing, but looks like he's gearing up for the cyclocross season here. Again, that's another tall dude. He's 1.89 meters tall. Yeah, Van Turenau looks really, really strong. Bike change for one of the Creeline Cordon riders. Man, that is a fine art doing that. Handing that bike off. The handler pushes the bike, so it's kind of like riding by itself, and the guy has to catch it immediately. Anthony's back. How do teammates help each other in cyclocross? Seems like it's more of an individual effort. Dude, I guess there will be some drafting. There will be some. I guess maybe more mentally. You've got teammates with you. That anyone else know? Any of the cyclocross nutters know? Just the fact that you've got teammates with you. Maybe they'll take some pulls for you. Now, Anthony, there are parts where there is pavement, so you can do drafting. Like there's a part here that I would say is the fitness part of the course. Not to say that riding through this hell is you don't have to be fit, but just more of where the road. Ooh, Van Turenau and Sweeks almost come together there on that little bump. Sweek carried way more speed. Van Turenau was already slowed to almost a stop. Bikes almost collided, and we're going to get a replay of it right here. Getting a replay of it right here, guys. Van Turenau comes almost to a stop, and then Sweeks comes flying up on the right-hand side. Wonder if he had to hit the brakes there. Put his foot down. So it looks like, depending what happens behind here, if they all compress back together. Yep, there's 2 alone. Maybe a 1-second gap to probably Van de Putte. That must be Van de Putte right there. Okay, here's the hard climb. This is what I call the hard climb here. Up the left-hand side. And they're all Van Turenau straight up over the top. Sweeks straight up over the top. And same with Niels. There's no putting their feet down. They can power right through it. Alan saying teamwork in CX. One team member gets in front, second in line from the same team maybe, eases off behind, lets a gap open, makes hard the opposition. Yeah, Alan, that's a good point too, guys. So let's say there's 3, 4, 5 riders together, Anthony, and you've got riders behind you. If you can get your teammate up there with front, so let's say your teammate's ahead of you. If you're the second place rider, what you do is you start easing off and force a gap to open. And if they're not right on it, next thing you know, there's a 10-meter gap. So you're deliberately pedaling soft to make the other competitors get a gap and get out of your draft. So Alan, excellent point. You see it happen all the time. You'll see it happen in road. The guys get to the front. If they've got a teammate up there, the teammate will go a little bit harder. The second, third place guy will start backing off. All of a sudden, there's a gap. And then you find yourself out the back. Again, there could be some cases where you could have a lead out man. It's probably not. It's probably a lot harder to organize than, say, a sprint race on the road. Just because there's so many different factors in cyclocross. Yente Michael's trying to get back on again. He was with them before. Looks like he's maybe 2 seconds back right now. He's right there, though. You know, the Alpecin coin. Yeah, so here, having a teammate's good, too. The 3 up front, that Alpecin DeCoin rider, soft pedals for a couple seconds, makes his competitors, Venturanout and Sweek, just slightly ease. Then it allows his teammate to jump back on. Seeing a rider here, I think he must have just crashed. Who is this? Yeah, this guy must have just crashed. It looks like he's just getting back on his bike. Yep, he's scuffed up on his left-hand side. I'm not sure who this is. Red, white, and blue bands. Must be a Dutch rider from... Oh, Alan saying again. Alan, thanks for all the comments, dude. Really appreciate it. Guys, this back group has caught on here. 3 riders have came back, and right now there's currently 7 riders in the sand together. Who is this here? Riding for Ridley here. It is a Spanish rider, Felipe Orts. He just had a little bit of trouble in the sand, may have lost a little bit of time there, but it looks like 3 riders have caught back on here. Guys, we're on lap 7 out of 10. Ooh. There are gaps opening here. Gaps open really easy here. One sight, like one little slip, and you're off someone's wheel. And they've got 15 meters on you right away. Alan saying, there are tactics. Ventura now and Iserbite, I don't know how I say his name, when he was fit. So obviously, Alan, you're our cyclocross guy here, were a formidable combo. They would work for each other. Whoever was stronger on the day, Powell, Sozens were experts. Yeah, guys, Powell, Sozens, that's one of the teams here. Very strong team. Yeah, Venturanout and Iserbite. Yeah, I'm probably destroying that name. But that's what I do here, guys. That's what I do. This guy needs... It's Eli, or... Yeah, I guess it's Eli Iserbite. He needs to tell me his name. How do I say his name? Dude, message me. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Cameron, I think that's who it was. Sorry. Alan, that's who it was. Cameron Mason, GB champ. Yeah, it was red, white, and blue across his chest, but they look like bands. I would have said right away the Netherlands, but yeah, it's not a... Had a mustache. I think it's Cameron Mason. And he was all scuffed up on his left-hand side, and the camera just zoomed in on him, so I got to assume he was just down. So it must have been him. What I'm going to do here is go to the start list, and I'm going to tell you Cameron Mason races for 7 Racing. This guy doesn't have a mustache unless he grew a mustache. 25-year-old from Great Britain, born in Linlithgow. That sounds Irish to me. No, Welsh maybe? Linlithgow. Maybe it's Scottish. Who knows? You guys and your crazy names over there. Also national road circuit champ. Okay. Red, white, and blue. Iserbit. I think that's what I've got going, Alan, from your pronunciation there. Iserbit. Alan saying definitely Mason. Okay, thanks, Alan. Guys, this is what I love. Alan, this is exactly how it went down. So, Alan, I did a bunch of women's pro cycling this year. Really? I knew about 4 names. By the end of it, I knew probably 100 names, and I'm seeing them all the time. Ooh, Creeland Cordon rider going down on the bump. Slows down the Spanish rider here. That's Philippe Orts. Let me have a look at this again, guys. Niels is out front by himself. 5-second lead. Niels Van de Putte out front, while the Belgians are so strong at this. Front 7 riders, we have 6 Belgians here, guys. 6 Belgian riders here at the front. Niels out front, then followed up 5 seconds back. Laurens Sweek. Michael Van Turenhout, Toon Van den Bosch. That's one of the riders that jumped up to them. Emile Verstringe, that's the World Tour rider from the road as well. Philippe Orts and Jente Michaels has been dangling the whole time. So out front right now. Okay. Yep, good. Van de Putte's out front. I can see Laurens Sweek second place, and then I think it's Van Turenhout. Kind of in that order. Okay, Linlithgow is in Scotland. Yeah, it was just my guess from that. That's what Stevens, it's near Edinburgh. Oh, he sports a mustache. Scottish. Yeah, the guy that went down was, yeah. Dude, just kind of a weird jersey to me. But you're right. When I did look at the jerseys there, it is a red, white, and blue for Britain. I thought it would have been a bit different than that. It looks Dutch to me, but maybe it's the order of the stripes. On the road section here, Van de Putte pulling some time on the other guys. Sweek's hanging on. There is gaps forming. It's showing 6 of them together. They're not really together. It's like Sweek's comes 2 seconds. Then it's going to be Van Turenhout and probably Toon Van den Bosch. Another 2 seconds. Jente, Verstringe, and Orts. Alan's got it right here. CX is an hour of adrenaline-fueled power, skill, and fierce competitiveness every race. Yeah, Alan, I'm loving doing the commentary because every time I do this, I may sound like an idiot at times because I don't know it all, but I'm learning and locking it down tight every time I do these races. Again, you know what's crazy, guys? When I did the Tour de France this year, I thought I really knew all the Tour de France riders. I had no idea. It was kind of like, oh, I know about 2 riders off each team. Some teams, I didn't know any riders, like off the top of my head. By the end, if you do it 5-6 hours a day, you'll know everyone. And then you start researching it every night. My average 4-hour stream, 4.5, 5-hour stream, from start to finish, Tour de France, I probably put a minimum of 8 hours a day into it. That's like kind of preamble, race, finish the race, research later, setting up for the next day. It was a full-time job. Van de Putte goes through the sand by himself. I do not see one other rider yet. Come on, camera, zoom out. Second rider, Sweek's just going into the sand right now. That's a pretty substantial lead going through that sand. Philippe Orts, is that Philippe? No, that's Van Turenhout. Van Turenhout is in 3rd place, right on Sweek's wheel. 4th place rider. This guy likes to run the sand, it seems more like it. Philippe Orts pushing. Jente Michaels pushing. Might be 7, maybe 8 riders in that front group now. I mean, obviously blowing apart a little bit. Van de Putte, that might have been the winning move, guys. He's got this 5 seconds. I think he looks strong here today. And the way he rode through that sand. Yeah, like it's just like, it's a different type of biking. It's just all out effort. And if you can't ride your bike properly, you're going to be eaten alive on these courses. And I got to say today, I think this is probably, I think most of the riders will say, yeah, great course, easy riding. That's just my guess. Because it's not like some of the stuff I've seen where they're on side slopes and they're side hilling down and they're sliding through the mud. There's none of that going on. This is a really, really good, I would say, I'm air quoting, guys, easy to ride course. I might last 1 lap. For these guys, I think it's really easy. Obviously, they're going all out, but it's not crazy technical ability. Alan, what do you think? I think Alan's got some good insight here into the world of CX. So, Alan, I was trying to say before, too, when I started covering the women's cycling, I had no idea. A viewer came in. Her name is Dream. I called her Dream Team, and she knew everything about women's cycling. And she, like, saved my butt so many times. Okay. Alan's saying Germanic names ending with an E are generally pronounced not E. So like Vanderput. Okay, so like Vander Putter. Oh, that's right, dude. I heard someone say that yesterday. It's Putter. It's Putter, not Vanderpute. Putter. Glad to help. Thanks for your contribution to the CX fandom. Dude, I love doing this. I love it. Love doing it. Alan, just so you know, I started out doing like inside cycling videos, so think Zwift, think Ruby. I'm now doing Bike Terra. I'm now doing Training Peaks Virtual. This weekend, guys, I'm doing Training Peaks Virtual for the Echelon Racing League. Their series, which leads up to the USA Nationals. So for the USA Nationals Esports Championships in, I think it's January 31st, Feb 1st weekend, I'm doing the coverage for that. Little old me. I do the B and C cats by myself. And then for the A category, which is the elites, think Hayden Pucker. He'll be over at the UCI Esports Championships in Dubai this weekend. Philippe Orts falls on that climb there. Okay, let's take a look at Van de Putter. Van de Putter. Man, he's got a nice lead here. Sweeks is next, dismounts, climbs this little set of stairs here. Van Turnhout's right on his wheel. So 3 different teams, top 3 riders. One mistake, you go from first to third. Van der Putter going up now. He rides right through the center here. The women mostly took the left-hand side. Let's see what the following 2 riders do. If the camera, yep. Sweeks right down the center. And Van Turnhout right down the center too. So different lines are getting established throughout the race day. Alan saying sand section dropped 1200 watts whilst following a snaking tire with rut. MVDP is the king of this. Yeah, man. Alan, that's my favorite cyclist. He's just so cool, calm, and collected. I love how he looks. When he's on a bike, he just looks like an absolute beast. I don't know enough about CX yet, but like in women's cycling, Lorena Vibes is just incredible. Like watching her on a bike, it just blows my mind. Her build, I can spot her, I swear, from like 1,000 feet away in a helicopter, because that's how I covered her. I'm like, oh, there's Lorena Vibes right there. She is just jacked through here. And just what an awesome sprinter. Love all the cycling guys. I absolutely love it. Make the channel rock, dudes. Like the videos. Share with any of your bros that are into cycling, guys. At times, I can show you a little bit more. So for anyone that's new here, and the guys that have been here before, you know, we're on the paved section now, guys. Lap 9 of 10. We're at 46 minutes right now. I got to update this. We're not updated. So we've got Niels Van de Putter at the front, Belgian rider. 5 seconds back to Lawrence Sweek and Michael Van Turnhout. So we got 3 different teams at the front. A further 14 seconds back, we got Toon Van den Bosch, Jente Michaels. Man, that guy's had a tough day. He's fought his way back on so many times. And little mistakes, he keeps falling out. Finds himself in a group of 4 riders further back. 7 seconds, 7 riders in the top 20 seconds, over 20 seconds, guys. Ooh! Second group of the 4, sorry guys, stumbling here. We got 3 up front. The 4 that are chasing, one of them through the whip-de-doos actually lodged his wheel into the barrier and kind of twisted his handlebars to a dead stop. One of the Creelan Cordon riders. Creelan Cordon, very strong here. They have 3 riders in these top 7 here. This dude right here, he generally shoulders his bike. He's going to get through this time. Yeah, this is where you got to drop 1,000 watts plus. Philippe Orts likes to run his bike through there. Some are riding through it. Some are shouldering. Some are just pushing their bike, running beside it. Yeah, MVDP always looks like he means business. Yeah, totally. Totally. He'd probably be a really fun dude to hang out with. I think. But like when he's ready to race, it's like, holy crap. And his legs, dude, chiseled. Chiseled. And like, guys, who remembers the Tour de France this year? MVDP. And who was the other guy? Was it Maurice? They went on that 209 kilometer break together. Whatever it was. I don't know. Maybe it was a 190 kilometer break. And that morning, his teammate, I can't believe I don't remember the name. His Alpecin Deceuninck teammate says, man, I want to win a jersey. And MVDP was kind of like, serious? Let's go. They went all the way His teammate dropped off, got the most combative jersey, MVDP, almost made it, got caught within a couple kilometers of the finish line. Actually, I think it was under a kilometer. What a fantastic stage that was. Man, these guys are awesome. Love it. Guys, the ladies, love them all. Seen some incredible performances. Sweek pronounced Sveik? How about that? Alan, how about that? Sveik. Kind of like steak, but Sveik. I'm going to try that out. I'll wait till you tell me I'm wrong, dude. Okay, let's go. Let's see what's going on here, dudes. Niels van der Putter at the front. And then we got Lawrence Sveik and Michael van Turnhout. I think I got Michael's name figured out. Michael van Turnhout. At least that's how I've heard it pronounced. I think the Spanish rider's trying to move up. Philippe Orts here. Philippe Orts, 30 years old. Ridley Racing Team. Okay, just having a quick look at him. Lots of races here. Wow. Superprestige races. Sven Nys, 114 podiums through his career. Bart Wellens, 49 podiums. Mathieu van der Poel. Wow, those guys. Sven Nys was an incredible beast in his days, dudes. Because number 5 on the list, this is the Superprestige series. Mathieu van der Poel only has 39 podiums. Sven Nys, 114 over an 18-year career. Holy crap. And their careers overlapped. Sven Nys finished in 2015. Mathieu van der Poel started in 2014. That 1-2 year overlap there. Sveik. Okay, man, I'm rocking the Sveik. It's like steak, but you call it Sveik. So Sveik is in second place right now. Michael van Turnhout there. And, okay, guys, I missed it. Something happened to Van der Putter there. I feel like rewinding the video here to see what happened. Sveik is in the lead now with Michael van Turnhout and Van der Putter on the back. Back through that last little tough climb. Okay, we're going to go through this one more time here. Straight over the top. So these guys are riding straight over the top because I think when the women went through and the juniors, they kind of like shredded that left-hand side of the climb apart. It's probably really slick. And I did see the women elite struggling over that. So Sveik's on the front right now. 7 seconds back, we have another Crillon Cordon rider, Emil Verstringe. This is a World Tour road rider here in 4th place, 7 seconds back. Crillon Cordon, very, very strong. Sveik on the front. Niels van der Putter. So as I was doing my rantings and ravings, guys, I missed where they caught Van der Putter. I bet you anyone would say right now, like no one would discount these guys being here at the front. Like these are all big hitters in cyclocross. And really good job here by Emil Verstringe trying to get back on. And it is Philippe Orts in 5th place by himself. I have seen him pushing his way up to the front. There was 7. They're all split apart now, guys. Wow. Sven Nys. Thibaut Nys is here too. I don't know, I'm not even sure if he's still racing. I haven't even seen him today. Thibaut Nys, where is he today? I'm positive he was here. Maybe he's not. Yeah, no, I think he is. How can I tell? We can look at Sven Nys quickly. Come on. Trying to get this to load, guys. There's Sven Nys. Isn't Thibaut here? Nope, he's not. Okay, I thought he was. Okay, back to the race, guys. We are back to the race. Sveik, Van der Putter on the front, Van Turnhout, Sveik, and Verstringe trying to come back. I think he's pulling the back a little bit. They're on the red paved section here. More of a walking path right beside the road. Number 8, Verstringe, looks like he's pulling time back here. They're going through the sandbag barriers here. This is leading us into the sand section. Sand section guy is going to determine the race today. Van Turnhout goes through first. He wants to be the first into this sand section. Goes down the middle part, followed by the other 2 riders. Verstringe should be coming around the corner right now. All 4 riders are in the sand together. Whoever puts a foot down here is probably going to not win. Oh, Van Turnhout just lays down the watts, guys. Sveik struggled just a tiny bit. Verstringe is off the bike. He's been off the bike a lot here. Philippe Orts battling his way through. Looks like he's going to have 5th place locked up here, guys. Finally jumps off his bike. Did a little bit of scootering, skateboarding through there. Ventura now opens up a gap, dudes. He has a gap because he rode through the sand the best. We're through the wooded area. It's not very technical through here. It's very dry. Really nice, too. Lots of leaves down. These guys are all pros. They're not going to make any mistakes here, guys. You got the name right. Luckily, I love languages and speak French, German, Dutch, and a bit of Danish. Oh, yeah, Danish is mad. You're right, dude. My Flemish is coming on by watching Sporza. Verstringer. Yeah, Ventura now. I try, man. Dude, I'm always going to try my best to say their names right. And I always tell people, if I'm saying your name wrong, just let me know. Because some people are like, man, he's butchering my name. I don't mean that. I mean, like, people in the chat even, I butcher their names. Just tell me your name. Dude, I'm Canadian. I'm from Alberta. Right? I live in the Wild West here, guys. Probably about 15 meters between first and second place here. Michael Ventura now at the front. Sveik in second place. And then Vanderputter. Emil Verstringer. Oh, yeah, it's going to be... Oh, it is. It's not... It's Verstringer because of that E on the end, right? Yeah, leader into the final sand has a big advantage. Exactly. Verstringer had to put his foot down there through the sand, I think. I've noticed on all the laps, maybe he just can't push the watts through there as much. Or maybe just technically he's not as good on the sand. I gotta think he's pretty strong. And really impressed with Philippe Orts here from Spain, riding in 5th place ahead of another Crelon Cordon rider here. I'm going to figure out who that is. Looks like Cameron Mason here is in 15th place at the moment. Just saw his name pop up on screen there. Ventura now is formidable, looks deceptively floreal. Don't be fooled. Dude, I'm not. Yeah, dude, he's very lean. I saw that before. 62 kilograms, walking around at 1.82 meters. This dude is 5 centimeters shorter than me, so he's probably like right under 6 feet tall at 62 kilos. Oh, man, I'm like 30 kilos more than him. I'm walking around, dudes, like 66 pounds heavier than him. Just trying to get all caught up here, guys. Sprint finish coming up right now. I'm not live on camera, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh, it's Vanderputter at the front. Ventura now is in 3rd place. Sveik, 2nd place here. Sprint's coming up. Sveik is right in his slipstream, folks. Sveik comes up on the left-hand side. Sveik gets it, guys. I think Sveik just took it at the finish line, guys. Just took it. I haven't even seen who's won yet here. I'm watching the video. Nothing's popped up on Pro Cycling Stats yet. It will right away. Let's see if we've got anything yet. Okay, there just showed up 36 seconds ago that gives it to Lawrence Sveik over Niels Vanderputter. Vanderputter probably got 2nd place, missed 1st place by a handful of centimeters there, guys. He slammed the handlebars after the finish. Love seeing Lawrence Sveik here at the finish. There's a woman that comes up beside him. This could be his mom for all I know. I think this is his mom here. This is fantastic. I wouldn't be surprised if this is his mom. How cool is that? Lawrence Sveik, 31 years old. Yep, this lady here is probably in her 50s. Could be his mom. She's like, here, sonny boy, have a nice cup of hot chocolate. You won the race. Oops, sorry guys, I just pounced out right all the way there. So yeah, it was Sveik, Vanderputter. Michael Ventura now was out of the final sprint. He just kind of let off at the end. Just could not hang with those sprinters. Emil Verstringer in 4th place, and Philippe Orts will be in 5th. Watching the finishers coming now, guys. Alan saying, sand, your front wheel drops out of the groove. You need an extra 400 watts just when you hit the red zone. Yeah, if you're not in the groove, man, let's watch this finish here. Vanderputter almost had it. Sveik comes by, throws his bike. Oh, man, Vanderputter was throwing his bike too. He wheelied his bike off the ground. He pushed so hard at the finish there. Pushed so hard. Okay, who's this rider here? This will be a good time for me to figure out who all these riders are coming in now for the next races, guys. I think there's a race in a couple days. And if there is, I'm doing it. For sure doing it. I love this time of day, guys. It's currently 10 after 8 in the morning for me. I've been awake 5 hours. Just absolutely dominating it. Love it. Riders still coming in, dudes. Here's one of the Balois Glowy Lions riders coming in. Still working their way around the course. I'm looking for more riders to cross the finish line here. Let's see this. That's 42nd career pro win for Lawrence Fake. Again, Niels Vanderputter second. Watching the replay again here. Niels looks over his shoulder, sees Fake in the slipstream. Fake moves out. Watch Vanderputter. He wheelies his bike off the ground with his final push. Just throwing his bike so hard. And he knew right away that Fake got him. He knew it right away. Unfortunate for Vanderputter. Awesome for Fake. I'm cheering for all these dudes. Which riders share the most podiums with Lawrence Fake? Oh, these are shared podiums. Shared podiums. Mathieu van der Poel has shared podiums with Lawrence Fake 46 times. Wout van Aert 45 times. Michael van Turenau 39 times. Toon Aerts, Eli Iserbit 34 times. All the big names, guys. Van der Haar. Quinten Hermans, this dude, he rides for Alpecin de Koenig. This dude here, Quinten Hermans, I didn't know he was a cyclocross background guy. This guy rode at the Tour de France, I'm positive. Tour of Poland, the Giro, no, he didn't ride Tour de France, but he rode Tour of Poland. That's right, that's why I remember his name. He finished 6th place at the Grand Prix of Quebec, 12th at the Grand Prix of Montreal, 7th at the Super 8 Classic. Guys, we watched all those races together. They're all here on the channel. If you got nothing better to do with your life, you can go back and watch those race videos I did. Listen to all the dumb things I say. Alan saying, they are warriors. They fight for every single race. They really want it. Dude, it's epic. Alan, what's the next race? Why don't we take a look here, guys? I'm going to see what the next race is coming up for me here. It's kind of hard to... Oh, maybe I need to look... You know what? I know what I need to do. I'm going to jump out of Flow Bikes and look at the schedule here, because I don't think everything shows up on here. So we just did November the 11th, Superprestige, Niel, Jaarmarktcross. We just did that. The 15th, guys, we've got another Superprestige race. It's called Marktsplatz. And there's, that second word there. It's a location, obviously, somewhere in Belgium. It's called the Superprestige Marktsplatz Cross. Obviously, a cyclocross race here. That's on the 15th. Ooh, that's going to be Saturday. Well, the good thing about this one, it'll be before I do my Training Peaks virtual race. Ian saying, great stream, Colin. Thanks. Thinking of the Canadian and all the service people. Yeah, do me too, dude, Ian. Yeah, Remembrance Day, and for me too, partly, it's not about Canadian. It's not just about Canadians. It's about all the soldiers. And without getting myself in trouble, it's even for the guys that were on the other side. It's like they had to serve as well. That's how I look at it. Some of them were probably just young dudes that were like, hey, dude, here's a gun. You're going to war. You have no say in the matter. Well, what I want to become a doctor. Nah, dude, that's not happening. You're going to war. And lots of them didn't come home. So, yeah, super important day here. So at 11 o'clock, I will be quiet. I will do my thing. Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for all veterans around the world. Yeah, it's one of those things. So dudes, I will be back for that race on the 15th, it looks like, if it shows up here. I'm not seeing it, but I have it on Flow Bikes, so I'm hoping it's on here as well. I'll find a way to watch it too. I know I can watch it. I think Cyclocross 24 might have some stats as well. Not sure if we're going to get it on Pro Cycling Stats. Alan, dude, 100%, dude, you're welcome here anytime. Hope you don't mind my tips, dude. Not at all, dude. I want you to tell me everything you can about cyclocross so I can get better at this. Dude, I went through the exact same thing doing the women's racing. I probably knew 4 or 5 women cyclists. And by the end, I could probably tell you every person on every team. I put a lot of time into it. I did a lot of research later. So much respect for women's cycling. Lorena Vibes, I think I've said on my videos a million times, she might be the best sprinter in the world. And notice I didn't say women's sprinter. She is so freaking good. When she lights up her sprints, I mean, yeah, we got the big boys. We got Jonathan Malone. We got Tim Ridley. We got all those dudes. You know, I could probably name 20 more of them. But just how dominant she is when she sprints, it's really impressive to me. So, Alan, anytime, dude, I hope you come back. Thank you for saying I'm doing a great job. I really appreciate it. It's you dudes that make me do this. It keeps me motivated. This is the best part of my day, guys. Anyway, dudes, I'm going to jump off now. We'll catch you all soon. I'm doing another stream today. It's going to be virtual cycling inside. I think we're actually racing today in either Belgium or the Netherlands. It's a Danish cycling club that puts on a virtual race on a cycling platform. I'm doing that because I'm trying to grow that too. Remember, guys, my name is Colin. This is Inside Cycling World. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.